One from Brother Thomas More Stadium in San Xavier High School. John Spears, Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, and Todd Powers bringing you another night of St. X Tiger football. It is playoff time, and by virtue of their 4-0 district record, the St. X Tigers will be home hopefully for 3 weeks. They'll start tonight against Muhlenberg County, the Mustangs from Western Kentucky. Not the Mules. Tony wanted me to say that, but the Mustangs from Western Kentucky will come up here with an impressive record, Tony, 7-3, but 0-3 in their district. And this should be a game tonight where the Tigers take control early and cruise.
Yeah, John, I believe so. These guys traveled 134 miles in 2 hours to get up here on a Friday evening to play. They come in here actually with a high-powered offense, but I think competition is the biggest factor between these two teams who they've played. Muhlenberg County 7-3, same record as the Tigers, but like you said, their district didn't fare so well. They come in with 2 guys that rushed for over 1,200 yards this year. The quarterback, Hunter Combs, who actually has thrown for over 1,200 and ran for over 1,200 yards, but they've given up a lot of points. And in district play, they gave up 43 points a game.
Those would be unbelievably impressive numbers just about anywhere, Tony. But when you're not playing in the Louisville district, and it's admittedly a district Muhlenberg is playing in. McCracken won the district. They're hosting Pleasure Ridge Park tonight. The St. X district expects probably to win those 4 games.
Yeah, the only one I think we think is a little in doubt is PRP in McCracken County because, the Panthers are going to have to travel over 2 hours to get down to McCracken and play. But I expect all 4 teams from this district, Manual, Male, St. X, and PRP, to win tonight.
The setup, as we look at it, is as we expect next week. We certainly expect Manual to be right here at Brother Thomas More Stadium, and we expect either Male to be traveling to McCracken County or hosting Pleasure Ridge Park. So as a Tiger fan, are you kind of hoping the Bulldogs have to hit the road next week?
Well, I think so because you're looking for any advantage you can get in the playoffs, and the biggest advantage is being the district winner and getting to play here. But you want your opponents to have to go through tough games against good teams, but at this point, it still comes down to how you play. It's not what your opponents are doing. Tigers
come in here 7-3 under head coach Will Wolford in his 4th season. And the 28-3 loss on the road last game of the season, in a game that didn't mean anything for Louisville St. X, but did mean a lot for Cincinnati St. X. Tigers closed for a half, but really were dominated in that second half. What carryover, if any, will that have tonight?
I don't think it'll have any carryover. I think, as a coach, as a player, sometimes you just got to forget a game. And I think if I was Coach Wolford, Saturday I'd have said, well, first of all, I probably wouldn't have brought them in. They came in. But I would have tell them, look, everybody's starting over. But all we have to do right now is move on. And, it is part of sports. Sometimes you're going to take it on the chin. And that game actually, and if you didn't listen to us or follow it, Tigers were up 3-0 at halftime. And the Bombers from Cincinnati St. X scored 3 touchdowns and had 50 yards of total offense to start the second half. So that tells you something, too. And the game didn't mean anything to the St. X Tigers.
Desmond Ritter, Sam Taylor, it is safe to say as those two guys go, so go the Tigers.
They do, and Desmond's thrown, for right at 700 yards. He's rushed for 500 yards, so those numbers are impressive. And Sam Taylor and the Tiger offense was stymied last week by the Cincinnati St. X defense, but Sam Taylor comes in here, and he's in the top 10 in the state in rushing. He's still having a big year, and expect the same out of Sam Taylor here tonight.
Now, I think the good news, Tony, we talk about it every year, St. X, that last game of the season against a very physical opponent, they come into this playoffs pretty healthy.
Yeah, and that's a huge factor this time of year. You guys are going to get dinged up playing football. Guys are going to be hurt. And the loss of Reskowski early in the year, they've had to adjust to that. Guys are pretty healthy. They got Joe Lyons back last week. I think the Tigers are set up for what they need to do. Now they have to go on the field and do it.
Tigers have won 1 fall state championship. That was in golf. They'll go for another one tomorrow in cross country. Athletic Director Alan Donhoff will join us to talk about that and more when we come back. We are about 19 minutes away from kickoff, round 1 of the 6A playoffs, St. X and Muhlenberg County. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. This is Larry Bissig. Thank you for listening
It's hard to talk about the Mules.
County High School football featuring the
Our pleasure. Call.
We'll talk cross country and we'll touch on golf. But
winter sports.
Green Gold game tomorrow.
Winter sports, I guess. Cross country and winter sports. Everything else is finished.
Yeah, but we haven't talked to you about golf.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I don't think you've been on
Hey, St.
all
X
year.
fans, want to learn more about how your
think
eyes work?
early,
It's time
maybe?
you
I don't
visit
know.
the Eye
Did you
Care
run up here? You out of
Institute.
breath?
Again
Yeah,
this year,
I am,
Dr.
actually.
Brennan
Gather
Green
it.
has been named a top
Trying.
doc by Louisville Magazine. Dr. Green and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute
Got
can
to see
meet
Miss
all your
King and
vision needs.
Bob
For
Hayner
more
and
information,
Oh,
or
yeah?
to schedule an appointment
down
with
here.
Dr. Green
I told her I
at the
came
Eye
up.
Care
I
Institute,
came all that way up here
visit
just to see her. 'Cause I haven't been up.
Well done.
I haven't been up here all year.
1500.
Watch out for
That's
that.
589-1500.
Tiger Brother Thomas More Stadium, Paul M. Young Field, named after the former athletic director here at St. X, John Spears, Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, Todd Powers. And I'm joined by the current athletic director here at St. X, Alan Donhoff, who ran up the 80 steps to get up here. How you feeling, man? You all right?
Asked me later on tonight. It's further up this year than it was last year.
You are heading to Kentucky Horse Park tomorrow, 1:30. Let's make sure I get the time right this week. 1:30, state meet. Tiger cross country team, impressive win in the regional again last weekend, and they'll go for their second in a row, I believe.
Yeah, they've had a great year. I believe at one point this year they were ranked number one in the nation in terms of the spread of their top 5 runners time-wise. They were closer together than any other team in the country. So they've had a fantastic year. Tomorrow's going to be a perfect day, weather-wise. I think beautiful sunny day, and I think they're going up there with one thing in mind, and that's to have a great race and see what happens at the end of the day.
And Coach Chuck Medley's team won the Great American Race down in Cary, North Carolina, which is a huge national race this year.
It's the first time they've gone down to Cary and actually won that race. They've had some great years at that competition, but this year they went down and came out with the victory.
Let's talk golf real quick. Tony and I have talked about it on the air, but I haven't visited with you. You got to be proud of a team that got a new coach, lost all 5 seniors from a record-breaking performance last year, and was able to come back and repeat.
You know, they really did a great job, and the 5 guys that played in the state tournament had a tremendous day the first day. Conditions on the golf course were much tougher the second day, but they still hung in there even in tough conditions and performed tremendously for a group of guys who had never been in a regional tournament, never been in a state tournament. They did a great job, and the great thing about it is one senior on the team that played at the state tournament. And we had about 9 or 10 guys that played in big tournaments throughout the year. So we have a lot of kids with experience coming back. We graduate 3 seniors from this year's team and have a lot of underclassmen talent to come back next year. So hopefully they can get it back together and do it again next year.
Conditions were tough on that second day. Those scores look more like your score.
Actually, my scores are a little worse than those scores, and I'm glad I was not playing there that day. It was a really tough day for everybody that was in the tournament, and our guys, you know, in a situation like that, sometimes you make a few big numbers on holes, you maybe lose some confidence. They stayed focused and did a great job.
So one state championship in golf, hopefully one more added tomorrow in cross country. Tigers are favorites, and now you got football district champions, and you're hoping to have 3 home games here.
That would be fantastic. We're really looking for big things. Tonight's game we're playing. Obviously, you've talked about Muhlenberg County tonight. Their quarterback is pretty tough. I've been watching them in warm-ups. I think their depth is a little shaky for this game. But you know, if we can get through this one, it's going to be a gauntlet the rest of the way. We've got home games and would love to see Tiger Nation get out here and support both the cross-country guys tomorrow down in Lexington, but get out here to Brother Thomas More Stadium and support these Tigers. They've had a fantastic year, as you mentioned, district champions. It's been quite a while since we've been district champions, and our district is year in, year out the toughest one in the state, and wouldn't be surprised if all 5 teams from our district didn't win games tonight in the first round of the 6A playoff.
Yeah, I didn't mention Butler in the first segment, but the Bears are down in Lexington taking on Lafayette tonight as the 5th place team in our district, they play as a fourth-place team in a three-team district. So good luck to the Bears as well. Winter sports in full swing, I guess, practice-wise, and the green and gold basketball games tomorrow at 3:30.
Green and gold scrimmage tomorrow at 3:30 in the Wills Center. Our swim team has their first actual meet on November 16th. The wrestlers have been at it now since October 15th. They're ready to get going and looking forward to seeing all of our winter sports. One of our teams has already actually had multiple games under their belt. That's the St. X hockey squad. They've been on the ice multiple times, and I'm looking forward to all these winter sports competing.
All right, we appreciate you coming by. I know you got to get back down the sideline. You got a little work. You actually got to work tonight, right? A little bit. You'll get to watch the game.
I'll watch a little bit of the game and see what happens.
Keep that admittedly small rage cage in check tonight.
Yeah, the rage cage is not as big as it usually is. If we can get through this one next week, we're going to have a huge rage cage to play the winner of Manual and Henderson County.
Athletic Director Alan Donhoff, we appreciate him joining us. We'll hear from the head coach of the Tigers when we come back, Will Wolford. You are listening to St. X High School Football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Living with an old furnace can be stressful. You never know when it'll finally give out. Don't roll the dice on your furnace surviving this winter. Take advantage of DFH Heating and Cooling's fall deal on Train comfort systems. It's hard to stop a Train and nearly impossible to beat up to 48-month special financing from DFH on the industry's most reliable comfort systems from Train. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for details. No more excuses. Call DFH 968-6222. Online DFHcompany.com.
There are few things that truly inspire, like seeing young athletes succeed. With this in mind, the Courier Journal created the Kentuckiana Sports Awards presented
Interview
by
Coach Will in 3,
We're
2,
honoring Athletes
1.
of the Week for Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville all season long, naming all area teams for more than a dozen sports, and capping off the year with a red carpet banquet in June. Vote for this week's Athlete of the Week at the CourierJournal.com sports page.
I'm Chris Burke, former major leaguer and St. X class of 1998.
I'm Pat Lampton, chief engineer at NASA and member of St. X class of 1983.
My name is Carl Ellsworth, screenwriter of The New Gremlins, and I'm also a member of St. X's class of 1990.
Whether it's launching series-winning home runs or vessels bound for outer space, successful careers take off at St. X High School. Visit stx.com to learn more. St. X, this is where you start.
For over 20 years, Signs Now has been Metro Louisville's go-to source for custom signs and banners. Vehicle lettering, trade show displays, lighted signs, you name it. We deliver durable, high-impact graphics and quick, affordable service. Signs Now is the choice for all your signage needs. Want proof? Just ask the Bissig Impact Group. We're their official sign provider. For more information, call 502-491-8180 or visit us online at signsnow.com.
Planning an event for thousands? At Events LLC, designers are available to provide custom production and creative design services to coordinate your perfect event. Hosting a smaller gathering? Try their rental, installation, and delivery services. Events LLC has everything needed to facilitate your next event. Their 66,000 square foot warehouse is filled with unique props, linens, dance floors, and anything else you can think of. Call 583-5007 or visit eventsllc.com.
Back at St. X High School, John Spears, Tony Burke, and closing in on kickoff between the Tigers and the Mustangs here in round one of the playoffs. Head coach Will Wolford has joined me. Coach, here we go. Season number 2, I guess, playoff action. It's nice to be a district champion and get that 4 seed in the first round and a couple of home games, hopefully.
You know, we haven't been home in a while, and it feels great to be at home, and I think the kids are very excited about that. They obviously know that we got a real nice team. It's to win the district 4-0 for the first time in many, many years. They're all very well aware of that, but you know, they're still also one day at a time, 1 week at a time. You know, we've not arrived yet. We still want to continue to improve week in and week out, day in and day out. And they've worked very well for that this week, considering we're playing a team that, you know, everyone says that it won't be much of a game.
It's a Muhlenberg County team that's 7-3, but 1-3 in their district. They throw for about 300 yards a game. What else do you know about them, and what do you think you got to stop?
They're like a lot of teams out in the state. They have a couple kids who can really play. I mean, they have a couple running backs that are big, strong kids who can run. But like a lot of teams in the county, they have a lot of two-way players. So as the game goes on, those kids, no doubt, will get worn down. It's not a team as well.
It's a new season. Is your team, after that loss last week, did they bounce back in practice this week?
Absolutely. I mean, that was a game that we could only win or learn, and we were hoping to do both. It didn't work out that way. Very happy with the way we played. A team that had to win for a half, considering they're a really good football team on the road. But no, you only take the good out of that game, so the kids are ready to go.
How do you keep your guys from not looking ahead? Because Tony and I do it, and we've already done it on the radio last week. You look ahead and say, well, maybe Manual, maybe Mayo, maybe Trinity.
Well, I think playing Cincy St. X last week helps focus a little bit because no one feels good about that. You know, and even though the game was meaningless, it's meaningless till you lose one. So believe me, losing hurts no matter who you're playing. So that certainly helped. But no, I didn't sugarcoat them, though. I mean, Muhlenberg County they have 7 wins, but they're not the same quality of 7 wins that we have. The kids understand that. But they still work every day. I mean, they do strive to get better every day. So it makes it easy. They're good kids. Injury-wise,
anything we need to know?
No, for the most part, we're pretty healthy. Now, we may have a couple guys who are banged up, and we'll see how, they warm up, and they may or may not play. And but we're no more hurt than we've been the last couple weeks. Heading into the postseason, we feel pretty good about our health.
The good news is, with our equipment now back to St. X, you get to talk to Jim Brinkman a lot tonight.
Awesome. Bring it on. Can't wait. Believe me, there's a lot of reasons to be happy about playing at home, and Jim Brinkman's right there at the top.
All right, good luck tonight.
All righty.
Head Coach Will Wolford will be back with the kickoff. You're listening to St. X High School Football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Pregame report. Stay right here for live play-by-play coverage of tonight's big game on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy.
When you're not cheering on your favorite team and you're ready to tackle that large job or weekend project, Sunbelt Rentals has the equipment you need. From hand tools to excavators, we've got you covered. And with more than 525 locations, we're sure to have one convenient to you. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or contractor, you can rely on the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. Call 1-800-NO-SWEAT or visit sunbeltrentals.com for a location nearest you. So what are you waiting for? Get it done. Rent it now.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the St. X Tigers and Jefferson County High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy. This season's live play-by-play coverage is sponsored by Hershey's Candy. Make every day a little sweeter when you pick up your favorite Hershey's Candy at any Kroger store. The Eye Care Institute. Call St. X grad Dr. Brennan Green at 589-1500 or visit the website at eyecareinstitute.com. Nights Travel. Fly by nights. It's the best way to travel. Courier Journal. The Courier Journal. Now with expanded high school sports coverage Sundays in print and at courierjournal.com. DFH. Call Don, Chris, or Alex Hinkabine at 968-6222 for all heating and cooling needs. St. X High School. Learn more at stx.com or call 502-637-4712. St. X High School. This is where you start. Events LLC. Custom designs uniquely tailored to your event. From setup to takedown, we'll make your event extraordinary. Bissig Impact Group. Integrated, innovative marketing. Now let's go live to the field and join John Spears, Tony Burke, and Jim Brinkman for tonight's big game.
Hello again, everyone, from Brother Thomas More Stadium on the campus of St. Xavier High School. John Spears, Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, back from his contract dispute, and Todd Powers with you as always. St. X Tigers open playoff action here at home, and they will take on the Muhlenberg County Mustangs. Muhlenberg County and St. X both with 7-3 records, but vastly different schedules for these two teams. And the Tigers are district champions. Muhlenberg County finished 4th in their district, and we are ready now for the national anthem. national anthem. And we are just about ready for football. The Tigers and the Mustangs here in round one of the 6A playoffs. And Tony Burke, as we mentioned in the Eye Care Institute pregame report, Tigers certainly expected to win this one quite handily here tonight.
Well, if you go by the Lichtenhouse ratings, and it is very lopsided by how they do the power rankings, but you can just look out here on the field and see the Tigers land up on the sideline, and the numbers for Muhlenberg County are just so small compared to the Tigers. One of the smallest rosters we've had all year long, John, just to look at.
Captains heading to the center to midfield, Kyle Robinson, Desmond Ritter, Jake Taylor, and Sam Taylor, the co-captains for the Tigers. Hunter Combs, whose name we will be saying a lot tonight. He's not only the quarterback, he's also the place kicker. He's out there along with John Gilbert. Trying to get a couple of those other numbers. Terrell Wilson, and a number we don't have. Well, Cameron Pevler, I believe, is the other one out there. Jim Brinkman's down there. We will stick the microphone in there and listen to the coin toss.
On the first round playoff here, guys. Let's represent our schools in a good manner here. No cheap shots, no late hits, no trash talking. Let's play football. If you got a question, bring it to us. If we have a question, you guys as captains will approach you guys, okay? St. X's home team. Are you talking? All right, you guys are visiting. You got a military corner, gentlemen. The blue and the red on this side is heads. The other side is tails. You're going to call it in the air. You call it, he'll tell you what you got. What do you got? Heads. Call it heads. St. X, you won the talk. Okay. All right, guys, so they want to see which way you want to kick.
Jimmy, the Tigers, we hear, win the toss, and they want the football. It is an absolutely beautiful November night for football down there. What's the wind like?
Wind was actually a lot windier earlier, but the flag's out there, blowing a little bit. But it actually is a beautiful night for football. I'm just glad to be back after that 2 week of celebration, at Male High School.
Yeah, I know it was a contract dispute, but the Bissig people came through for you, and we're glad to have you back on the air. And look forward to your deep. What am I looking for here, Tony? His introspective comments throughout this night tonight. So the Tigers in their black, this is a different look now, Tony. The black top uniforms with the yellow pants, or the gold pants, as the former coach here continues to remind me. The green numerals with the gold trim, tough numerals to read for us old guys, and the traditional white helmet. Muhlenberg County, white uniforms, navy blue pants, navy blue numerals, much easier to read, and the dark blue helmets as well. The Tiger kick returner, Cameron Garrett, will head down toward the school, so the Tigers will be heading toward the scoreboard here in this first quarter. We will try to keep you updated on all the other playoff games, especially in 6A tonight, as Trinity is hosting Ohio County. Again, Male hosting Davies County, PRP's at McCracken, Manual is at Henderson County. DeSales at home to Monroe County tonight, and Holy Cross is at home against Ludlow. We'll keep you updated on as many of those as we can find on the old Twitter machine. But right now we're ready for kickoff and ready for football. And Hunter Combs, who does all the place kicking and is the quarterback, he will kick it away. And he was a Pat Ballard, I noticed, a straight-on place kicker on the extra points. A one-hopper taken as he goes to the ground by Michael Meredith at the 34. So the Tigers will start right there, 1st and 10. Desmond Ritter, the quarterback, 6'4", 195-pounder, University of Cincinnati commit. And he'll bring his team directly to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers each way on 1st down. Seeger and Meredith to the right. Garrett and Sam Taylor are to the left. Matt Blanco in the backfield to block. Quick throw to the left. Caught by Garrett. Gets a block from Taylor. Across the 40. Has the 1st down. Lowers his shoulder. And gets out near midfield before he's hauled down from behind by Cameron Hall. But a 1st down on 1st down for the Tigers.
The Tigers go spread on the first play, and it's just a catch it by Ritter, get it out, good blocking. Tigers move the ball out to the 48-yard line.
Gain of 14 and a 1st down. 3 to the right this time, including Sam Taylor in the slot. Quarterback draw, Des with a lot of room up the middle to the 50. Gets a block, eludes a tackler, and then trips himself up at about the 45-yard line, short of the 1st down. He got to the 43 of Muhlenberg County, a gain of 9.
First thing I noticed, John, is the Muhlenberg defense lining up against that St. Alex offensive line. They look tiny, and that can't be a good thing for the Mustangs from Muhlenberg County.
4 receivers in the pattern on 2nd and 1. Des takes a snap, quick throw to the left to Seeger. He's got the first down across the 40, cuts inside, knocked out of bounds finally. Inside the 35-yard line, Jonathan Benson, safety, makes the hit, the senior, one of only 9 seniors on this Muhlenberg team.
Well, 3 plays, nobody in the backfield with Desmond Ritter, and it's once again just get it out to Seeger, try to get a helmet on helmet, and the Tigers moving in the Muhlenberg County.
Gain of 8. Des wants to throw. Now pressure comes. Rolls away from it. He's got a lot of room in front of him. To the 30, 25, to the 20, to the 10, and he is going to go in down the right sideline. Touchdown, St. X Tigers. Desmond Ritter from 35 yards on a pass play. He just scrambled and made it work.
Well, they got a little bit of pressure on him first, but when he rolled out to the right side, there wasn't any Mustangs out there. And actually, when he hit about the 20-yard line, it looked like a couple of Mustangs could make the play, and they just kind of looked disinterested in hitting Ritter, and Ritter just walks in. So with 11:04 left in the first quarter, Tigers strike first. 6-0 Tigers with Owen Johnson coming on to attempt the extra point.
Ben Seeger will hold it. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and through. 11:04 to go first quarter. We'll take a break. St. X leads Muhlenberg County 7-0. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hey, St. X fans. Want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year, Dr. Brennan Green has been named a top doc by Louisville Magazine. Dr. Green and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute can meet all your vision needs. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute, visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500. That's 589-1500.
Season after season, Hershey's has the most talked about team of sweet treats. From the all-star combination of chocolate and peanut butter in a Reese's cup to the delicious flavor of the milk chocolate bar that started it all, Hershey's brings its best to every game. Hershey's is proud to be a sponsor of Jefferson County High School sports on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Stop by your nearest Kroger today and pick up your favorite Hershey's treat and find out why Hershey's and high school sports are the perfect match.
Back at St. X, John, Tony, Jim, and Todd. 7-0 Tigers as Owen Johnson kicks it into the end zone for the touchback. Jim Brinkman, Desmond Ritter got forced out of the pocket. Best thing to happen to the Tigers.
Yeah, well, the one thing that you mentioned about having a short lineup is that there's going to be a lot of people that are going both ways for the Mustangs tonight. So you're going to see maybe some tired Mustangs.
5'10", 190-pound senior Hunter Combs is the quarterback. He'll hand it off tackle. A good gain of about 3 or 4 yards. First carry of the game, Terrell Wilson, the co-captain. Jacob Stolfer came up to make the tackle. Tigers start with Kyle Robinson, Max Willinger, and Ryan Adams on that front three. We'll get you the linebackers and defensive backs as soon as we can. Shotgun here, and a handoff right up the middle again, hitting the backfield and spins forward for maybe a yard. First man there was Ryan Adams. Jack Cronk helped out. He's one of the 4 linebackers, including Chandler Simpson, Jack Daly, and Doug Schaffner to start here tonight. Owen Weiss, Jake Taylor, the corners. Nick Mullaby and Jacob Stolfer are the safeties.
Well, one of their 1,200-yard rushers did not play last week, and that is Desmond Johnson, and Johnny's not in there. Not Terrell Davis.
Terrell Wilson.
Wilson's carried it twice.
And this time Combs keeps it, and he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tigers went right through there and got right after him. Chandler Simpson, Doug Schaffner, Jack Daly all came rushing up quickly from their linebacker spot. It'll be 4th down at the 25-yard line. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, 4th and 5.
Well, what I was trying to say a second ago before I stumbled over myself was Terrell Wilson's only carried the ball 21 times this year for 90 yards. So there's an issue we don't know about, but Johnson did not play last week, and we do not see number 15 out on the field.
And Combs, who will not leave the field as long as his team has the ball, will punt it out of there. It's blocked. Coming through to get it was Chandler Simpson. The Tigers recover it at about the 22-yard line, but Chandler Simpson came through, got a hand on it. And it'll be the Tiger football. Ryan Newts came up with it, And great field position for St. X at the Muhlenberg County, almost said McCracken, Muhlenberg County 22.
Well, that's exactly what happened. The Tigers come hard, and, boy, it's just an easy block.
3 receivers in the pattern here on first down. Sam Taylor in the backfield. In motion, Cahalan. They give it to Sam up the gut. 15, 10, 5, down to the 10, inside the 10 to about the 7. And a first down, they'll actually spot the 8, a gain of 14 right up the gut. Tigers in the green zone. Brought to you by the Eye Care Institute, Dr. Brennan Green.
Well, we didn't see Sam Taylor in the first drive, but I think you'll see him again after that run.
First and goal, ball about the 7. Give it to Sam, running left. Hit and dropped. Nice tackle. Andrew Cheney, the junior, hit him at the line of scrimmage. Sam took him for about a half yard. We'll call it no gain. It'll be second and goal.
Little trap play on the inside that really didn't get any of the Mustangs trapped. So Tigers trying to get their second score here early, first quarter.
Play action. Rolling right is Dez. He's going to pull it down and run again. He's to the 5, sidesteps the tackler, and he's in for the touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the night. This time from 7 yards out.
Well, that's the play where they run the boot. They fake it to Sam Taylor. Desmond Ritter rolls to his right. He looks for the Mac Blinko out of the backfield, who was pretty well covered. And Desmond at 6'5", 195 pounds, just eludes one tackler, goes in for the second score for the Tigers with 8:33 left here in the first quarter. Tigers lead 13-0. Owen Johnson again on for the second time.
Kronk will snap it. And this time Cahalan in there to hold it. Kick is up and good. 14-0 Tigers, 8:33 to go first quarter. Want to remind all 7th and 8th graders, open house is a week from Sunday, the 13th of November from noon to 4 right over here on the St. X campus. Reminding parents also, so that's St. X open house a week from Sunday on November 13th right here at St. X, 12 to 4. Impressive opening couple of drives for the Tigers. Jimmy, the first one, 66 yards. That one just 22, but looks like a mismatch.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with Tony a little bit. I think Mac Blinko was open. I think that Cameron Garrett was open. And I think that Desmond Ritter just tucked the ball and went in and took the touchdown himself. Mac Blinko was talking to Dez all the way back in onto the sideline saying, dude, throw me the ball.
Owen Johnson to kick it away. This one is high and short. Going to be taken by Combs at about the 7. Runs it into the middle of the field, across the 20, out near the 30-yard line, and he is hauled down finally at about the 33. Good run back by Hunter Combs, who has to do it all for this Mustang team. Tanner Brown in there to make the tackle along with Stouffer. So first and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 33-yard line. 8:25 to go, first quarter. Tigers lead at 14-0. Combs will be in the shotgun. He's got Terrell Wilson back there with him. And a whistle as the snap comes and a false start against the Mustangs. I believe it was the wide receiver on this side.
Well, it looks like only about 30 fans came all the way from Muhlenberg County, and that penalty right there will move it back, and you can just already tell the difference in these two teams, unfortunately, for the Mustangs from Muhlenberg County.
So first and 15. Ball is juggled by Combs. He tried to hand it to Wilson, who did get a hold of it. But as soon as he took it, Jack Kronk dumps him at the 26-yard line. Loss of a couple. Bring up second and long. Little miscommunication, a little high snap that time, and Combs just couldn't get it into Wilson where he wanted to. Mustangs lucky to come out of there with the football. One receiver each way. Play action. Combs rolls left, throws, and has his man, a tight end, out across the 35 to about the 36. Tanner Brown comes up to make the hit, and we do not have a number 1 on our roster. So
I'll try to listen. But great pressure by Jack Kronk, and actually a really nice play by Hunter Combs just to throw with a little bit of touch out into the flat. And they move the ball out to the 36-yard line, 3rd and about 7.
Got 9 yards on the play. It's 3rd and long. 2 receivers each way. Tigers show blitz, and now they have 3-man front. A couple of the linebackers look like they're going to come here. Combs wants to throw. Pressure comes, runs up away from it. He's a good runner now. He's got to get across the 43, and he won't even get to the 40. That time it's Kronk chasing him down at about the 37-yard line. Combs looked like he had some room if he could get around Jack Kronk. He just couldn't.
Well, what he did is they brought good pressure from the outside. They brought the outside linebackers. He got up the field, but the Tigers stayed in good containment when he tried to cut back across the field. Great tackle by Jack Kronk.
Punt formation again for Combs. Jake Taylor deep for the Tigers. Austin Iser, it appears like he is out again tonight with that hamstring issue. 2 bounces, 3 bounces. Taylor picks it up at the 30. Makes one man miss, goes up the middle of the 35, out near the 40, and he's hogtied there by a group of Mustangs. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 40, 6:59 to go first quarter. They lead at 14-0.
And here's the homework I did. Hunter Combs has signed with John Logan College as a baseball player, and he looked like a shortstop on that play, scooping that one up and kicking it out of there.
Yeah, not the best snap back to the punter we've seen.
But Combs did a great job of fielding it and getting it out of there.
1st and 10. Ritter in the shotgun. He's got Sam back there with him, and he'll give it to the senior. Right up the middle. Nobody touches him as he crosses the 45. Finally brought down near midfield. Jonathan Benson, the safety, had to make the tackle in Muhlenberg County territory. They'll stop him at the 49. 1st down. Give it to Sam again. Same thing. 45, 40. 1st down. Brought down at the 39-yard line. Make it the 38. Gain of 11 and another 1st down for the Tigers. And they are imposing their will, especially on the offensive line.
Everly Lyons, Ferris, Smock, and Graham Summers doing a great job. He didn't get touched. He was 10 yards down the field.
Meredith and Seeger to the right. Garrett to the left. Makes that Matthew Smith to the left. Quick throw to the right to Seeger. Catches at the 40. Gets a block across the 30. Inside the 20 and spun out of bounds there. Got a great block from Meredith on the edge. All the way down to the 18-yard line. Gain of 20 for Ben Seeger.
Same play we saw earlier to Seeger was to the other side of the field. Get it out quick, get down the field and block. Tiger receivers have done a great job all year long of blocking downfield.
Tigers in the green zone for the 2nd time. Brought to you by the Eye Care Institute and Dr. Brennan Green. Dez, quick, went over the middle. Caught by Meredith. Touchdown, St. X Tigers. Boy, it looked like Combs was going to pick it off, Tony. It went right through him. And Michael Meredith with great concentration. And he's into the end zone. Caught it at about the 10 and untouched the rest of the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and the one guy you expect for the Mustangs to make that play is Hunter Combs, or all-around athlete. And, boy, if he catches it, it's probably a touchdown for Muhlenberg County. But right on the money to Michael Meredith. And Owen Johnson comes on to attempt his 3rd extra point with 6:24 left in the first quarter.
It's up and good. And as Tony said, 6:24 to go, 21-0 in favor of the St. X Tigers. Well, we expected it to be kind of like this, but I'm not sure we expected it to be this quick tonight.
No, John, and the 10 people in the rage cage going nuts down there.
Holy Cross leads Ludlow. That's good. 28-0 with 6 minutes to go in their first quarter. So the Holy Cross Cougars putting it on. Trying to get some other scores here for you. I've got some volleyball scores on the Twitter machine, but not much else.
Well, one here in town. Collins beating Western 7-0, so there's a score for you.
There you go. Owen Johnson? Well, let's see if it's still Owen Johnson. It is. He hasn't gotten one in the end zone yet tonight, Tony.
No, they let the one hit it about the 3, and the other one was about the 7 or 8 yard line, so we'll see what Owen Johnson can do, because we expect Owen Johnson to hit it way over their head.
Yeah, Owen Johnson has sort of spoiled kickoffs for us. Booms this one, and it is going to land and take a backward hop. It's at the 5. Combs picks it up, and he gets out of bounds, forced out of bounds. Tony, that one checked up at the 2-yard line. Combs was expecting it to go into the end zone, and it just checked up like your 9-iron.
Yeah, I hit a couple of those last weekend. It was just like that. But great job by Owen Johnson and kicking it down about the 2 and spinning it backwards. And, boy, Combs was going to let it go, and then it was like, oh, no, I got to pick it up. So terrible field position, and things only get worse for the Mustangs from Muhlenberg County.
At the 10-yard line, he's got Terrell Wilson in the backfield with him. 3 receivers in the pattern. 3 to the left exactly, 1 to the right. Pressure comes, throw in through the hands of the intended receiver. Nick Mullaby was the closest Tiger. Douglas Eberly was the intended receiver.
We've got a makeshift roster. So
yes, we
did.
did.
We have to work hard for it. Only roster I could find online didn't have a lot of numbers.
And a good throw that time by Combs. It just went right through the receiver's hand.
Yeah,
There's a flag in the backfield here.
That looks like probably maybe a rough in the passer.
It looks like it must be. It's a 15-yarder against the Tigers. Puts it out to the 25 and a first down for the Mustangs. Their first down of the night with 6:17 to go here in the first quarter.
And actually, it was a good throw. It was a good pattern, and that one right there should have been caught, but the Mustangs get a break on a personal foul, roughing the passer.
So out of the shadow of their own goal line, Combs hands it to Wilson, running left, hit at the line of scrimmage, and push back. Just nothing there. Getting up off the bottom of the piles, Jack Daly, who made the first contact. Jake Taylor came in and helped out. No gain, second and long.
Interesting formation by the Mustangs. They had 4 guys out here to the left, but 2 of them were on the line of scrimmage. And when the slot guy goes downfield, you know it's a run right then because there's nothing. It would be a legal receiver downfield. But Muhlenberg County just taking their time, and they're just. We already can tell here halfway through the first quarter that they're outmanned.
2 receivers to the right. Keyshawn Killebrew's over that way. They look left, high and deep down the left sideline. Owen Weiss, the closest one there, and it was 5 yards over his head. Carson Steele was the intended receiver, but it was about 10 yards over his head, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Combs just takes about 2 steps back and heaves it as high as he can and hopes his receiver can run to it. But Owen Weiss was 5 yards from the ball. The receiver was about 8 yards, and no way that's going to get completed.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Steele comes wide to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Handoff to Wilson, and he runs into and I think Kyle Robinson stripped it out of there. The ball's loose. The Tigers say they got it. Wow, this is a terrible call. I think the head referee came in and said he was down, and that's awful. Because let me tell you what, Tony, the side judge threw his beanbag out. Jim, you were down there for that one. What do you think?
Jake Taylor obviously had the ball in his hand.
Well, that's point blank how to say it.
That's the answer we wanted.
That's the answer we wanted. Kyle Robinson stripped it out of there, out of Terrell Wilson's hands, but the head referee came in and said he was down, and boy, I'm not so sure. Any events, a loss of a couple, 4th down. Combs in to kick it away again. No rush this time, boots it out of there. It's going to bounce in front of Tanner Brown. That's going to bounce away from Tanner Brown. Tanner Brown tries to pick it up at the 30. It rolls back to the 17. Now he'll try to make a move, cuts inside at the 24, and pushed out of bounds as he crosses the 25-yard line. And that looked like the Keystone Cops down there. There's a flag down, Tony tells me.
33-yard line. It's going to be a block in the back, I believe, or a hold on the Tigers.
So one thing Muhlenberg at least able to do there is turn field position, because that was a terrific kick that just kept rolling away from Tanner, and then when he tried to pick it up, he sort of batted it back to about the 18-yard line.
And then he stumbled as he took off running. So this one's going to really move the Tigers back. They've had great field position every time they've touched the football, and they're just going to get a little bit more field to work with because they're going to walk it off.
4:31 left here in the first quarter, 21-0. St. X leads it. Doss leads Fort Thomas Highlands 7-0. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. That game is at Doss, I believe, Tony.
Yes, John, I believe so.
Des Ritter back out there on 1st and 10 for the Tigers. I take it back. It's Jack Albers, the junior quarterback, who's out there. He sends Cahalan, Ben Mueller, Sam Taylor to the left, Garrett to the right. Jack throws it to Taylor, looking for blocks. He's to the 20, lowers his shoulder, and dives forward about the 26, which will be a gain of close to 10 yards. And it will be 10 yards on a first down.
Well, we talk about it every week. 16th catch of the year for Sam Taylor. So he's got over 150 yards receiving, sure-handed receiver out of the backfield.
Albers hands it to Sam this time, and he's hit and dropped in the backfield. You don't see him hit for a loss very often, but that time he was. Loss of a yard. And the co-captain, the guy that's run the football tonight, Terrell Wilson, in there at linebacker, made the tackle.
Well, I think Jack Albers kind of dropped his head after he handed the ball off, because Jack Albers would still be running if he would have kept the football right there.
Loss of yards, 2nd and 11. Jackson the shotgun with 3 receivers. Hands it to Sam, running right, cuts inside, makes one man miss at the 30 and fights his way across the 35-yard line. Cameron Hall, co-captain, brings him down at the 36, so he lost 1, then he gains 11 and another first down for the Tigers. 3:44 left here in the first quarter. Jack calls the signals. Now he and his 10 teammates will look to the sideline. 2 receivers each way and an empty backfield, except for Blinko. Albers wants to throw. Throws a screamer over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Cameron Garrett. That was blocked by the window here, Tony.
Well, it was a low-thrown zinger down the middle of the field, and actually, if it's in a good spot, it's probably a good throw, because the back shoulder of Cameron Garrett would have got it, but it kind of fell a little bit short of him, and now the Tigers will look at 2nd and 10.
Taylor back in the backfield with Blinko. Jack takes the snap, gives it to Sam. Up the middle, hit, falls forward about the 38 for a couple. Not much there. Braden Hibbs brings him down. Hibbs leading tackler on the year for the Mustangs.
And, John, I wouldn't be surprised here 3rd and long that they would stick the ball in somebody's belly and Albers keep it, but when nobody's back there with him, they will not run that play.
It's hard to stick it in anybody's belly there. Jack, it's a quarterback draw, and he's hit and dropped as he got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe another yard after the 39-yard line. Andrew Cheney made the tackle, and we'll see the punt team for the first time tonight for the Tigers with 2:43 to go in the quarter.
And Muhlenberg County does a nice job of getting the Tigers off the field with the ball, but they go to the quarterback draw, and there was a lot of Mustangs in the middle of the field there. They did not trick anybody on that play. 21-0 Tigers, late first quarter.
Owen Johnson in to kick it away. Karsten Steele is deep for the Mustangs. Good kick by Owen, high, not real deep, but it's going to bounce and take a Tiger roll. Bounced at about the 24, rolls inside the 15, down to about the 13, maybe the 12-yard line. 49-yard kick there for Owen Johnson. As Zach Collins still out with that just a little groin injury. Probably just going to keep him out one more week and get him ready for Manual or Henderson County next weekend.
What excellent punt. And unfortunately for the Muhlenberg County Mustangs, Killebrew back there did not field the ball. He could have just got out of the way, and then the ball rolls another good 10 yards.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs with 2:10 left in the first quarter. They trail it 21-0. Combs keeps it on the zone read. First man there is Jack Daly as he gets across the 15 out near about the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 for Hunter Combs.
Sam Diedick in there helping out on the tackle with Jack Daly. Both sides of the ball already, John. We've seen some different numbers in there already. Peyton Mattingly in at the other outside linebacker. And on offense, we had Ditas and Nielsen, I believe, were in the game.
2nd down and short. Combs rolling right, wants to throw. In trouble. Gets away from Ewells. Now has some running room. Cuts outside, then back inside. Gets a block at the 25. He's got a first down to the 30 and runs out of bounds into the Muhlenberg County bench at about the 40-yard line. Individual effort from Hunter Combs there and a 23-yard gain.
Well, he's a good athlete. He's run for over 1,200. He's thrown for over 1,200. And that time he did a little Fran Tarkington for him, running around with the football. He ran from one side of the field, across the field, back and forth, and he gets it out to the 40. First down, Mustangs.
Covington Catholic leads Fairdale 28-7 after a quarter.
Boy, when did you get a Fran Tarkington reference?
Well, we hope never, but you being a Viking fan, it does happen. 1st and 10. Combs hands it to Wilson. Nowhere to go. Ryan Adams hits him in the backfield. Loss of a couple. Back to the 38-yard line. And there was no breaking the tackle that time for Terrell Wilson.
Yeah, just good pressure by the Tigers up front. Those guys, like we said, they've played well. Actually, if you even go back to last week, the defense did not play that bad. They were just put in terrible positions by the offense and by the special teams, and you just can't keep going out on the field and playing. But those guys have done a great job all year long, especially the 3 or 4 guys that play up front.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Combs with 4 receivers in the pattern. Wants to throw. Straight drop looking for the screen. Sets it up to Wilson. He catches it, and he is hauled down from behind. Good pursuit by Ryan Adams. Just short of the first down by about a yard at the 49-yard line. And a nice play call that time by Coach Hayes Browning.
A great job, actually, on the call. Let the Tigers come, and, boy, the offensive line got out in front of the screen. And give Ryan Adams a lot of credit on that play. He was the first guy at the quarterback and turned around and ran him down from behind. Clock ticks down here at the end of the first quarter.
Mustangs may try to let it run out. I don't know if they can, actually. Now they're at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 1. Keeping it is Combs running outside. In trouble. Nice stiff arm on Chandler Simpson. And he gets out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. As Jake Netherton pushes him out of bounds. First quarter comes to an end. 21-0 St. X. We'll take a break. You're listening to St. X High School Football, the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Quantum Graphics may be the most customer service-minded printer in Louisville. How do we know? Because of what their customers say about them.
Quantum consistently treats our jobs like they're the most important work they have to do.
They're a rare company that seems truly dedicated to providing over-the-top great service.
Want this same kind of service when you need print on demand, design, online ordering, binding, and storage and fulfillment? Contact Joe Meeks at 502-314-7233 or visit quantumgraphics.com.
Have you seen the new University of Louisville Golf Club? Renovations are complete to this premier recreation and dining destination. Easily accessible from I-64 and Shelbyville Road. Whether you want to experience the championship 18-hole course for a round of golf, take private lessons, host a party or wedding reception, or simply bring the family out for lunch and dinner, the University of Louisville Golf Club is just what you're looking for. Visit ulgc.net to learn more. University of Louisville Golf Club. Play where the Cardinals play.
Thanks for listening to Cards Radio 790 WKRD Louisville, an iHeart radio station.
Back at St. X, first down run for Hunter Combs at midfield. He is hit and dropped at the St. X 49-yard line. No gain on the play. Sam Diedick, first man there for the Tigers. St. X leads at 21-0 as we start the second quarter. First round of the 6A Kentucky High School playoffs. And it has been all Tigers tonight. Tony, you got to look at the yardage.
Yeah, John. The first quarter, Tigers 169 of total offense. The Mustangs from Muhlenberg County, 50.
And no yards on that first down play here in the second quarter. Combs wants to throw. In trouble and dropped in the backfield. Stepped up into the pocket, right into the waiting arms of Ryan Adams, whose name we've called a few times already here tonight. Loss of a couple for the Mustangs back to their own 49. It'll be 3rd and long.
And give the defensive backs a lot of credit on that one. There was some time to throw the ball. Combs stepped up into the pocket, nobody to throw it to, and then the pocket collapsed, and Ryan Adams once again making a play.
Mustangs look to the sideline. Combs will send Steele wide to the left. And Killebrew goes wide to the right. On 3rd and 12, Combs with a high, deep throw to the left and almost intercepted, intended for Steele.
Austin Izard in coverage.
So Izard, who didn't get a whole lot of practice time this week, was with Steele the whole way and got a hand on the football, but couldn't bring it in, and the Mustangs will have to kick it away. 10:34 here left, first half. 21-0 Tigers leader. Ben Seeger goes deep this time for St. X. And Combs will stay in to kick it away. I guess he's always a threat, Tony.
He's always around the ball. We know that.
Boots it out of there. Seeger's going to take it and muff it, and the ball's on the ground, and it's knocked out of bounds by the coverage man, Braden Hibbs, as Seeger reached down to try to pick it up. Hibbs dove for it, knocked it out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Tiger punt returners have had some issues tonight. They've tried 3 different ones so far.
Well, O-liner, no pressure coming from the Tigers, and Ben Seeger would have been better just to fall on the football in that situation. Tigers come out okay, but they will take over at their own 14-yard line.
And Jack Albers plays in there at quarterback. He's got two receivers to the left, including the sophomore who just made his first catch of the year, Tony.
Bryson Harkins.
Bryson Harkins caught it at the line of scrimmage, got about 4 out to the 18-yard line. And Will Wilford was telling me in our meeting Wednesday that Harkins would dress tonight, and he was hoping he would get to play. And here he is early second quarter. Option right, Albers will keep it across the 25. First down and more. 35 tripped up on what may have been a touchdown-saving tackle by Carson Steele. But Jack Albers, he had a couple options there because nobody was with Sam Taylor either, but Jack did the right thing, I think, and kept it.
Well, that play last week, the Bombers from Cincinnati Senex played it really well, but that time a lot of room for Jack Albers out to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 22 for the junior. Takes a snap. This time he'll give it to Taylor up the middle. Bounces off one tackle but can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Fights his way to the 39. Loss of a yard. Terrell Wilson and Andrew Cheney combined on the tackle. Loss of 1.
Not good when your offensive line is turning around watching your guy get tackled, and they've done a great job all year. Just one bad play by the O-line.
And maybe some new guys in there. I do see Clayton Six in there in the offensive line. Joe Lyons is in there.
Wellinghurst.
Option left, this time a pitch to Taylor. He's got some room at the 40, cuts inside, 45 to the 50, has the first down, fights off a tackler to the 45. Finally dropped at the 43-yard line. Thomas Dukes, the linebacker, able to finally hang on to the shoestring.
Well, Sam Taylor gets to the outside and makes a nice little juke move and puts his foot in the ground and went, and then he found a defensive back, ran over him, and got the ball down to about the 43-yard line.
Gain of 18 for Sam and a first down for the Tigers. Albers rolls to the right, wants to throw, does throw, has a man. It is caught. That's Michael Meredith inside the 35-yard line and finally dropped at the 32. Gain of 11. And another first down for the Tigers. Good throw that time from Jack Albers, right on the money.
It sure was. And they ran the guy on the outside straight down the field, ran Meredith on an out pattern, and Albers on the money.
Seeger and Meredith to the left, Harkins to the right. Play action. They wants to go deep. Now he finally throws it late over Harkins' head, but diving for it, I think, was Seeger, who dove as he was down on the ground, Tony, and tried to dive and make a miraculous catch, but it fell to the turf.
Well, just Albers misses his receiver, but I tell you what, Ben Seeger was wide open just standing out there. I think he was throwing that to Harkins, but incomplete either way you go.
2nd and 10, ball at the Mustang 32. 2 to the right, Harkins alone to the left. Seeger gives it to Taylor. Up the middle, he's got to the 25, first down to the 20, 15, trying to outrun people to the 10, 5, touchdown. St. X Tigers, Sam Taylor from 32 yards out.
Well, that's what we've seen out of Sam Taylor all year long. He goes inside, gets up the field, and, he's a downhill runner. He's not a guy that really jukes and jabs you, but he sees the opening and then takes care of it. And the Tigers get their fourth touchdown of the night with 8:19 left here in the first half. Tigers lead 27-0. And I was going to say Owen Johnson, but
it is Owen Johnson.
And it is Owen Johnson.
Cahalan will hold it. Ben Mueller in there for the snap this time. It's a line drive, and it is still good. A low screamer. It's 28-0 Tigers, 8:19 to go first half. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Living with an old furnace can be stressful. You never know when it will finally give out. Don't roll the dice on your furnace surviving another winter. Take advantage of DFH Heating and Cooling's fall deal on new Train comfort systems. It's hard to stop a train. Visit trainbiggame.com for your chance to win a $2,000 rebate. Call DFH 968-6222 for details, or visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. DFH.
Hello, everybody. This is Larry Bissig. Thank you for listening to our live coverage of Jefferson County High School football featuring the St. X Tigers on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. And don't forget to tune in on Sundays to the Cincinnati Bengals. Check the paper for game times and station. Tonight's broadcast is just one of a wide range of marketing communication services the Bissig Impact Group uses to deliver bottom-line results for our clients. Call us today at 583-0333 or visit Bissig.com. The Bissig Impact Group. Integrative, innovative marketing.
Back at St. X, John, Tony, Jim, and Todd. Kickoff taken by Combs and a nice tackle by Dalton Gillespie to keep the Muhlenberg Mustangs inside the 15-yard line. They'll spot it at about the 12. And a first down, Muhlenberg County, 28-0 Tigers. And, Jim, they've just done pretty much whatever they wanted so far tonight.
Yeah, the only thing you may want to have a discussion about is punt receiving. I asked Coach Barry Wilkerson, did you ever think Tanner Brown would be fielding punts? And he said he still hasn't.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Tanner's an outfielder, too. He should be able to field a punt. Helmet comes off as Terrell Wilson is hit by, Iser is getting the high five, so I guess Austin Iser came up and laid what lumber he has to Terrell Wilson, who still got a first down, a gain of 10 for Terrell Wilson, but he'll have to come and sit out of play to get his helmet back on.
Well, Wilson's not a little guy. It's 6'1", 220 going through there.
4 receivers in the pattern. Hibbs in there running back now. He'll takes the handoff. He's got it across the 25 out near the 27-yard line. Ian Bentz. Peyton Mattingly in on the tackle for the Tigers. They'll actually spot the 28, or excuse me, the 33, so a gain of about 6, second down and 4.
6-yard gain on the play, straight, running right at the Tigers. And Muhlenberg County's not in any hurry here in the first half. They trail 28-0. 7 minutes left, first half.
Patrick Owen, the sophomore, is in there as well now for the Tigers. Handoff up the middle. It's Hibbs. He's hit. The ball comes out, and I think the Tigers have it. Max Willinger, I think, made the hit. And St. X comes up with a football. Patrick Owen, I think, came out of there with a football.
Now it was actually Doug Schaffner had the ball, John.
And the Tigers will take over in Mustang territory at the 30-yard line.
Well, things just get worse for the Mustangs from Muhlenberg County as try to go up the middle. The ball comes out. Tigers have great field position as they take over at the 30-yard line of the Mustangs.
Connor Schaefer was in there on that hit as well for the Tigers. Albers, quick throw to the left. Caught by Matthew Smith. Cuts inside at the 20. He's got some room to the 15, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, St. X Tigers. Matthew Smith on the pass from Albers from 30 yards out.
Well, it's just a quick pass to the outside again, and Matthew Smith does an excellent job of waiting for blockers, making his cuts, and he decided he was going to score a touchdown there and not be denied to get into the end zone. And the Tigers get their 5th touchdown of the night and the first touchdown of the year for Matthew Smith.
It's good to see the senior get in the scoring tally. Tiger basketballer, Matthew Smith. And I know Chuck is probably beside himself right now. Kick is through for Owen Johnson. 35-0 Tigers, 6:56 to go first half. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hey, St. X fans. Want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year, Dr. Brennan Green has been named a top doc by Louisville Magazine. Dr. Green and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute can meet all your vision needs. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute, visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500. That's 589-1500.
Does a Caribbean cruise sound like your kind of getaway? Are you dreaming of a relaxing weekend in the mountains? Whatever your style, Knights Travel is a full-service agency that can meet all your travel planning needs. Whether it's for business or pleasure, call St. X alum Lou Conkling or Kaylin Ryback. They'll get you there at a great low cost. Call Kaylin at 292-4749 or Lou at 292-4750. Fly by Nights, it's the best way to travel.
Back at St. X, kick taken by the quarterback, and he has got some room across the 45-yard line before he is brought down by Nally, the kicker.
Yeah, Kyle Nally gets in the game, and then he has to make a tackle.
He made a lot of tackles at the JV level, Tony. That's not good when your kicker's making tackles.
No, but it's good when your kicker can make tackles, so they don't end up being touchdowns. But Hunter Combs, we've seen how good an athlete he is. He just doesn't have a whole lot of help. And without his buddy back there, Johnson, the other running back who has not played tonight and did not play last week, who's run for over 1,200 yards, that really handcuffs you when you're undermanned.
Hobbs has Wilson in the backfield with him. Thought they got an early start, but no whistle. Ian Bentz meets Wilson after the handoff short of the line of scrimmage at the 45. It's going to be a loss of 1, and terrific form tackle by Ian Bentz that time.
Yeah, Bentz, we've called his name already a couple of times from that middle linebacker spot, and just steps right up into an opening and makes the play. And, John, if you're the Mustangs from Muhlenberg County, there's just not a lot you can do. You don't want to go too quickly. You don't want to throw it a lot because then you get the ball right back to the Tigers.
Well, the goal, I think, was to shorten the game, but when the Tigers take the ball and score first, that makes it difficult. Little slant pass to Steele. He's got it. Eisert and Tanner Brown able to haul him down, but not until he gets down to the 32-yard line of St. X.
And a nice play right there. Just a little play action, little slant from the wide receiver. He gets the inside. Combs puts the ball right on the money. So the Mustangs move down to the Tiger 32-yard line.
Gain of 23 on the play. This time, Combs will keep it on the read up the middle. He's got some room. Crosses the 25. Eludes a couple of tacklers to the 20. A stiff arm at about the 17. He's brought down there by Peyton Mattingly. But another first down. The gain of 15 for Hunter Combs.
You're talking about a 5'10", 190-pound senior who is trying just to do everything he can to keep these Mustangs on the field with the football. And a nice run again.
Killebrew goes wide to the left. One receiver to the right on first down. Handoff up the middle, nowhere to go for Terrell Wilson. He is dropped again. And it's Ryan Adams again getting up off the bottom of the pile. Bruner was there to help as well.
Well, Willinger he helped out a little, but you're right. You called that right. And, boy, Nolan Bruner came flying from his outside linebacker spot to help out on that tackle. But the guys up front doing a great job of getting penetration on that one.
First quarter down in Western Kentucky, PRP leads McCracken County 7-0. We expect that one to be a barn burner. Loss of a yard on the play, second down and 11, down at the 18. Quick throw from the left, caught by the big tight end. He is hit and dropped at the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. So a gain of 9 will bring up a 3rd and 2. Eberle made the catch. And James Myers in on the tackle for the Tigers. It'll be 3rd and short.
Mustangs knocking on the door.
Combs, quick throw to the right. It is caught at the 2. Gillespie makes the tackle at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal for Muhlenberg County. Carson Steele gets up slowly with some help from the official, but he's down to the 1-yard line, a gain of 8, and a 1st and goal.
We got to the inside of Dalton Gillespie on that slant, and that's been their best play besides for Combs just running around and trying to get down the field. So Muhlenberg County doing an excellent job here of moving the football down to the Tiger 1-yard line. Tigers do lead 35-0, 4 minutes left, first half.
And we can see on this drive why they've thrown for about 300 yards a game this season. Handoff up the middle, hit at the goal line, fighting his way forward. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Terrell Wilson, and the Mustangs are on the board.
Just a nice little handoff up the middle. Tigers get good penetration and stop, but Wilson decides he's going to get into the end zone, and touchdown for Terrell Wilson, and puts the Mustangs on the board. 35-6, 3:47 left first half. Extra point coming. Looks like.
And Hunter Combs is the kicker as well. Like I said, Tony, he's the straight-on kicker.
He does it all.
The old Tom Dempsey.
Fred Cox.
Well, we are really showing our age here. Steele will hold it. Kick is up, and he shanked it wide left. 35-6. Tigers lead it. 3:47 to go in the half. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
When you're not cheering on your favorite team and you're ready to tackle that large job or weekend project, Sunbelt Rentals has the equipment you need. From hand tools to excavators, we've got you covered. And with more than 525 locations, we're sure to have one convenient to you. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or contractor, you can rely on the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. Call 1-800-NO-SWEAT or visit sunbeltrentals.com for a location nearest you. So what are you waiting for? Get it done. Rent it now.
For over 20 years, Signs Now has been Metro Louisville's go-to source for custom signs and banners. Vehicle lettering, trade show displays, lighted signs, you name it. We deliver durable, high-impact graphics and quick, affordable service. Signs Now is the choice for all your signage needs. Want proof? Just ask the Bissick Impact Group. We're their official sign provider. For more information, call 502-491-8180 or visit us online at signsnow.com.
Back at St. X, John, Tony, Jim, and Todd. 35-6. St. X leads Muhlenberg County. 3:47 left here in the first half. Combs with a screaming kick takes about 3 hops and bounces up, and it is taken at the 18-yard line. And up the middle's Cameron Garrett. He's across midfield. Makes one man miss there. Across the 45, and
guess who?
Pushed out of bounds inside at about the 40-yard line.
Hunter Combs on the tackle.
That's a shocker.
But a kick that was kicked along the ground, went through everybody, got back. Garrett even bobbled it a little bit. When he picked it up, he took off running, so he gets it all the way back to the Muhlenberg County 40-yard line. Taking it all the way down to Muhlenberg County 40.
1st and 10, and Albert stays in at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Keeps it on the zone read. Up the middle goes Jack across the 35. Pushed down by Cameron Hill. At about the 30, it's a gain of 10 and a first down for the Tigers. Chase Collins, Addison Waddell, not Addison Russell, Cub shortstop, in at wide receiver along with Harkins. It's good to see. Is that Metzmeyer back in at running back, Tony? Or is that Chad? Is that Eric Lyons?
We'll find out in just a second. Looks more like Eric Lyons.
Whoever it was, he just got 14 yards up the middle. It is Eric Lyons to the 16-yard line, a gain of 14, and a timeout called by Muhlenberg County. We'll take one as well. 3:11 to go in the half. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissick Impact Sports Radio Network.
Season after season, Hershey's.
Hey, Kevin, is that my last break of the half? I think it is.
From the all-star combination of chocolate and peanut butter and a Reese's.
Yes,
okay.
There's no break until halftime.
Okay, thank you.
It all. Hershey's brings its best to every game. Hershey's is proud to be a sponsor of Jefferson County High School sports on the Bissick Impact Sports Radio Network. Stop by your nearest Kroger today and pick up your favorite Hershey's treat and find out why Hershey's and high school sports are the perfect match.
There are few things that truly inspire, like seeing young athletes succeed. With this in mind, the Courier-Journal created the Kentuckiana Sports Awards presented by Norton Sports Health. We're honoring Athletes of the Week for Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville all season long, naming all area teams for more than a dozen sports, and capping off the year with a red carpet banquet in June. Vote for this week's Athlete of the Week at the CourierJournal.com sports page.
Yeah.
Back at St. X, 1st and 10. Albers wants to throw. It's a little wheel route caught by Lyons at the 8, and he goes in for the touchdown. St. X Tigers, Jack Albers to Eric Lyons for 16 yards and the Tiger touchdown.
Well, they run the wheel route that they've run to Sam Taylor very effectively all year, and the sophomore, Eric Lyons, gets to catch it. He's open, and he barrels his way into the end zone. So with 3:05 left here in the first half, 41-6 Tigers, and with this extra point, it will start a running clock if they make it.
And it is not Owen Johnson.
Alan Matija.
I believe that's Matija in there to kick it. Cahalan to hold it. Good snap, good hold. Matija kicks it up and through. And we will now have a running clock for the rest of this one with 3:05 to go here in the second quarter. It is 42-6 Tigers. This gives us an opportunity to tell you that if the Tigers advance next week, and we assume at this point they will, Our game will not be over the radio airwaves next week.
Don't yell at us.
Because of conflicts with U of L men's basketball and Kentucky women's basketball. 790 and 1080 are taken. We will be on internet only with our buddy Matt and our buddies Matt and Tim. So you can go to saintx.com/broadcast. That's saintx.com/broadcast. You'll be able to watch the game and listen to Tony and me on the air. As always, you'll be able to listen to Tony and me. But you just got to do it through the internet this time.
Yeah,
and you'll have pictures.
And unfortunately for the people who listen at the game, we can't do anything about it. It's just something that came up, and there's no way around it to this point.
But hopefully if the Tigers advance next week and take on either Mail or McCracken County, in all likelihood the week after that, that game will be back on the radio. And Nally, I think with an accidental onside kick there, it hit at one of the up men for the Mustangs and bounced right back to the Tigers, and they recover it at the Muhlenberg County 47-yard line. Certainly unintentional by Kyle Nally to kick that line drive right into a Mustang.
It was, John, and there was no intent there. He kicked it hard, and unfortunately for the Mustangs, somebody was up front. But trying to give you some of the guys, new guys up on the offensive line. Nielsen's at left tackle. Detus, 6, Curley, and Wellinghurst on that offensive line.
Play action to the lines. Quick throw to Chase Collins on the right. He's got the 50, lowers his shoulder at the 45, and gets all the way inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line before Jonathan Benson can bring him down. It's a gain of 9. It'll be second and short. Actually, they'll spot it at the 40. It's a gain of 8. Second down and short.
We always want to say hi to the grandparents of the Collins twins up in Ohio. Hello.
Albers hands it to Lyons. First down and more across the 35. Tackled from behind by Hunter Combs, but not until he gets to the 30. And another first down, a gain of 10 for Eric Lyons.
And this clock will go so fast now. This half will be over in just a minute, and I mean a minute. And then the second half will fly to 42-6 Tigers. Minute 40 left first half. A lot of Tigers already seen the field.
Collins and Waddell to the right. Lyons and Harkins to the left. You can see a little of the future here tonight for the Tigers. Albers, the quarterback. Quick throw to the left. Caught by Harkins at the 30. Makes a man miss to the 25 and pushed out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 for Bryson Harkins.
I'd like to say hello to Steve Burmester, who listens to us a lot.
Hello, Burmy.
And Bryson Harkins, I tell you what, John, I watched him all year long in the JV, and you've seen him too. He's going to be a talent. He's going to be a guy that's going to contribute right off next year, and they're giving him a little action tonight.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Albers in the shotgun. Option right. Pitches it to Lyons. He's got some room across the 20, 15, and hauled down there. They'll spot it right at the 15-yard line, but another gain of about 14 on a first down for the Tigers. The problem is the clock doesn't stop, so there's 36 seconds to go. Tigers in the green zone, brought to you by the Eye Care Institute and Dr. Brennan Green. Play action. Albers wants to throw. Does throw short, and it's incomplete. That may do it for this half. 20 seconds to go. Tigers hurry to the line of scrimmage. They'll probably get one more play off here, Tony. 2 receivers each way with 10 seconds. Albers takes a snap. Wants to throw. Throws over the middle. It is caught for the touchdown. That is Chase Collins with the catch. And the Tigers score at the buzzer here at the end of the first half.
Well, Chase Collins getting into the action tonight, and just a play I don't think the Tigers might have – I don't think they would have ran that play unless it was the last play of the half. And it's a slant pattern from the right side. Jack Albers right on the money as Chase Collins goes in for his first touchdown of his career. And the Tigers go up 48-6 with the extra point coming from Alan Matija.
Matija boots it up and through. 49-6. Tigers lead it. We'll hang here and get some of the words of Will Wolford. Tiger coach has to be pretty pleased with his team's focus here tonight, Tony, because it's easy to get that early lead and kind of lose your, start thinking ahead of who you got next week and the week after that. And Tigers have done a great job. And Jack Albers, Tony, 3 touchdown passes here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's just an outman Muhlenberg County team, and unfortunately that their season will end the night here. Doesn't matter when, but it's gonna end, and that's a long ride home for these kids. And I will say this much from Muhlenberg County, John: they got on the board with the touchdown from Hunter Combs, and they're playing hard.
Jim Brinkman has caught up with the coach. Jimmy?
Yeah, we're here with Coach Wolford. We're having a little bit of trouble on reception here. Your impressions of the first half, exactly what you wanted to do?
A lot of it, but we were a little sloppy at times. A little quickly, and we made a few mistakes. Obviously, the scoreboard's really nice in our favor, and the second half, we'll get everybody in. We got almost everybody in the first half.
Right. How do you keep them focused the whole second half?
We're getting ready to play a bunch of kids that don't get to play that much, so I think it'll be pretty easy. You play the game one way, and they know how.
Okay. All right. Stay injury-free, Coach. All right.
Head Coach Will Wolford. Thank you, Jimmy. And, Jim with the best words there at the end of the half. Tony, stay injury-free, don't you think?
Yeah, the nice hex, Jimmy.
It is halftime. Eye Care Institute halftime report is next. It is 49-6, St. X over Muhlenberg County. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the St. X Tigers and Jefferson County High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy. This season's live play-by-play coverage is sponsored by Hershey's Candy. Make every day a little sweeter when you pick up your favorite Hershey's Candy at any Kroger store. The Eye Care Institute. Call St. X grad Dr. Brennan Green at 589-1500 or visit the website at eyecareinstitute.com. Nights travel. Fly by nights. It's the best way to travel. Courier Journal. The Courier Journal, now with expanded high school sports coverage Sundays in print and at courierjournal.com. DFH. Call Don, Chris, or Alex Hinkabine at 968-6222 for all heating and cooling needs. St. X High School. Learn more at stx.com or call 502-637-4712. St. X High School. This is where you start. Events LLC. Custom designs uniquely tailored to your event. From setup to takedown, we'll make your event extraordinary. Bissig Impact Group. Integrated, innovative marketing. Don't touch that dial. The Eye Care Institute halftime report is up next on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy.
Imagine flipping in the air on the Super Quad Bungee, running across the Big Baller Obstacle Course, or conquering Brutus, the Mechanical Bull. Christian family owned and operated, Louisville Inflatables specializes in school and church functions, festivals, and city fairs, offering inflatables of all shapes and sizes while being clean, safe, insured, and state inspected. Stop imagining and call 502-379-0876 or book online at LouisvilleInflatables.com, where laughter adds to life. Louisville Inflatables.
Planning an event for thousands? At Events LLC, designers are available to provide custom production and creative design services to coordinate your perfect event. Hosting a smaller gathering? Try their rental, installation, and delivery services. Events LLC has everything needed to facilitate your next event. Their 66,000 square foot warehouse is filled with unique props, linens, dance floors, and anything else you can think of. Call 583-5007 or visit eventsllc.com.
I'm Chris Burke, former major leaguer and St. X class of 1998.
I'm Pat Lampton, chief engineer at NASA and member of St. X class of 1983.
My name is Carl Ellsworth, screenwriter of The New Gremlins, and I'm also a member of St. X's class of 1990.
Whether it's launching series-winning home runs or vessels bound for outer space, successful careers take off at St. X High School. Visit stx.com to learn more. St. X, this is where you start.
Living with an old furnace can be stressful. You never know when it'll finally give out. Don't roll the dice on your furnace surviving this winter. Take advantage of DFH Heating and Cooling's fall deal on Train comfort systems. It's hard to stop a Train and nearly impossible to beat up to 48-month special financing from DFH on the industry's most reliable comfort systems from Train. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for details. No more excuses. Call DFH 968-6222. Online DFHcompany.com.
This This is the Eye Care Institute Halftime Report on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy. Here are your hosts, John Spears, Tony Burke, and Jim Brinkman.
Back at Brother Thomas More Stadium, John Spears, Tony Burke, forgot my last name. Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, Todd Powers, 49-6. St. X with the lead over Muhlenberg County at the half. In the first round of the Kentucky 6A playoffs, Desmond Ritter with 3 touchdowns in the first half, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. Jack Alberts, 3 touchdown passes in the second quarter, and it has been all Tigers here tonight.
I just want to tell everybody something that they probably don't know. John's playing hurt tonight. John's got an injection in his knee. It's hard for him to stand up here, so he's playing hurt. He stuck it out tonight. But Sam Taylor, 10 carries for 97 yards. Jack Alberts, 8 for 11 for 100 yards. And Desmond Ritter's 4 for 4, and like you said, he scored 3 touchdowns tonight. So it's a total mismatch, and we pretty much expected this. Muhlenberg County did come in 7-3, but competition-wise, there was no contest in this game. In the first half, has not been a contest.
And as long as the playoff format, we were talking in the break, Tony, stays the way it is, this is what you get in the first round. A whole lot of running clocks around the state. Holy Cross has a running clock at home tonight against Ludlow. Trinity is up 28-0 in the first quarter. Manual actually leads Davies County down there 14-0, or Henderson County, 14-0, midway through the first quarter. You're just going to get a lot of running clocks in this format.
Yeah, we discussed it too. What can you do? Well, if you go to only 2 teams a district, teams like Manual and PRP get left out. So there is not a good system. Unfortunately for teams for like Muhlenberg County, they have to travel 2 hours to come in down here, and their coaching staff is realistic coming in. You know, they pretty much know what's going to happen. They hope their kids, get out of here healthy, and they play hard and they hang around. But it's just and what is tough for teams like Muhlenberg County is they don't have many players. And St. X is going to run guys, they're running their thirds, they're going to run their seconds, thirds, and fourths in, and those kids want to play. They don't get a lot of opportunities, and they're going to play hard, so you feel for the kids from Muhlenberg County. But I tell you what, they are still playing hard.
Don't forget, Tiger fans, cross-country state meet is tomorrow. Tigers regional champs again with 23 points, which is 15 is a perfect score, so 23 pretty darn impressive. Last week, Tiger Harriers will be at Kentucky Horse Park tomorrow. The 3A boys state meet starts at 1:30 at Kentucky Horse Park, so get out there and cheer on the Tiger runners.
You'll have your cross-country shirt on tomorrow, won't you?
I sure will. No question about it. I still don't know why they make shirts that big for cross-country, because nobody that can wear one that big is running cross-country. Basketball tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow over at St. X, we're looking for something to do. A couple of 6th grade Toy Bowl games. CSAA are here tomorrow. Our own Jim Brinkman will be doing the public address. Todd Powers will be working over here as well. But 6th grade, 2 games tomorrow. Is that right, Jimmy? 10 and 9 and 11? 10 and 12, close enough. So get over here to St. X for that. And then hang around 3:30. Kevin Klein will have the green and gold game for Tiger basketball. So get out here and check out the Tigers without Connor McKim. And, Tony, we both think it's going to be a very good basketball team this season.
We do, and I've read some stuff. People say, well, how can they be really good this year with losing McKim? Well, their front line is going to be really good, a lot of size, a lot of athletic people on that basketball team, and they'll find their way through the guards. They got some guys that are very capable, and a lot of people expect St. X to be a sleeper in the 7th region.
So get out here tomorrow at 3:30, the green and gold game. Tigers lead it here 49-6 at the break. We'll come back with more here on the Eye Care Institute Halftime Report. You're listening to St. X High School Football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. This is Larry Bissig. Thank you for listening to our live coverage of Jefferson County High School football featuring the St. X Tigers on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. And don't forget to tune in on Sundays to the Cincinnati Bengals. Check the paper for game times and station. Tonight's broadcast is just one of a wide range of marketing communication services the Bissig Impact Group uses to deliver bottom-line results for our clients. Call us today at 583-0333 or visit Bissig.com. The Bissig Impact Group. Integrative, innovative marketing.
Does a Caribbean cruise sound like your kind of getaway? Are you dreaming of a relaxing weekend in the mountains? Whatever your style, Knights Travel is a full-service agency that can meet all your travel planning needs. Whether it's for business or pleasure, call St. X alum Lou Conkling or Kaylin Ryback. They'll get you there at a great low cost. Call Kaylin at 292-4749 or Lou at 292-4750. Fly by nights, it's the best way to travel.
Hey, St. X fans. Want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year, Dr. Brennan Green has been named a top doc by Louisville Magazine. Dr. Green and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute can meet all your vision needs. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute, visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500. That's 589-1500.
Season after season, Hershey's has the most talked about team of sweet treats. From the all-star combination of chocolate and peanut butter in a Reese's cup to the delicious flavor of the milk chocolate bar that started it all, Hershey's brings its best to every game. Hershey's is proud to be a sponsor of Jefferson County High School sports on the Big Impact Sports Radio Network. Stop by your nearest Kroger today and pick up your favorite Hershey's treat and find out why Hershey's and high school sports are the perfect match.
Back at St. X, John, Tony, Jim, and Todd here on the Eye Care Institute halftime report. 49-6, St. X with the lead over Muhlenberg County here in the first round of the 6A playoffs. Another district opponent and probably Tigers opponent next week, Manual, leading Henderson County now at the end of the first quarter down in Henderson, Kentucky, 27-0. So it looks like it'll be the Crimsons and the Tigers with a rematch right here at Brother Thomas More Stadium next Friday night. And this reminder, next Friday we will not be on radio, nothing over-the-air radio next week. If you want to listen, you get to listen and watch the game. Tony and I will be on stx.com/broadcast.
Please pass that on.
Our friends people. Matt and Tim, y'all let people know that usually listen to the game that they're going to have to put it on the internet this time. You can listen to Tony and I. We'll call it like we always do, but you'll also get pictures with it. It's actually you can go there tonight and try it out for the second half. stx.com/broadcast. Listen to Tony and Jim and myself and watch the game on the internet, on the interweb.
And remember, if you're out and you have a smartphone, you can get that on your phone. You know, you might not be able to watch it if you're somewhere, but you'll be able to at least listen. I mean, you could do either one. But there are ways, you know, if you're out to listen to your radio, actually you're listening to your phone on the internet. So all you grandparents and older people, get your kids and your grandkids to show you how to do it.
A couple other scores to pass along. Doss at home.
The Dragons.
Leading Fort Thomas Highlands 17-0 at halftime. So the traditional power Highlands, they've had a tough couple of years here, Tony, and it's continuing here in the playoffs.
Of course, Trinity's winning by 30-something in the first quarter.
35-0.
Nothing non-expected there. The Jackets of Central down at the half, 21-0 over 21-12. I'm sorry, over Gallard County.
Lexington Catholic over Wagner, 42-6.
Man,
at halftime, I certainly expected the Wildcats to give them a little more of a challenge there tonight, but. Last check I had with Holy Cross, they led Ludlow 38-6, and a running clock game over there at Holy Cross tonight as well. Tigers lead it here 49-6. Second half action on the way. It'll be a quick one with the running clock, and we will see a whole lot of new numbers out there for the Tigers. You're listening to St. X High School Football, the Big Impact Sports Radio Network.
Let's have I got a minute.
This has been the Eye Care Institute halftime report.
Hey, what?
Stand by for live second half action on the Big Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy.
When you're not cheering on your favorite team and you're ready to tackle that large job or weekend project, Sunbelt Rentals has the equipment you need. From hand tools to excavators, we've got you covered. And with more than 525 locations, we're sure to have one convenient to you. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or contractor, you can rely on the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. Call 1-800-NO-SWEAT or visit sunbeltrentals.com for a location nearest you. So what are you waiting for? Get it done. Rent it now.
Does a Caribbean cruise sound like your kind of getaway? Are you dreaming of a relaxing weekend in the mountains? Whatever your style, Knights Travel is a full-service agency that can meet all your travel planning needs. Whether it's for business or pleasure, call St. X alum Lou Conkling or Kaylin Ryback. They'll get you there at a great low cost. Call Kaylin at 292-4749 or Lou at 292-4750. Fly by Nights, it's the best way to travel.
Living with an old furnace can be stressful. You never know when it'll finally give out. Don't roll the dice on your furnace surviving another winter. Take advantage of DFH Heating and Cooling's fall deal on new Train comfort systems. It's hard to stop a train. Visit trainbiggame.com for your chance to win a $2,000 rebate. Call DFH 968-6222 for details, or visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. DFH.
For over 20 years, Signs Now has been Metro Louisville's go-to source for custom signs and banners. Vehicle lettering, trade show displays, lighted signs, you name it. We deliver durable, high-impact graphics and quick, affordable service. Signs Now is the choice for all your signage needs. Want proof? Just ask the Bissick Impact Group. We're their official sign provider. For more information, call 502-491-8180 or visit us online at signsnow.com.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the St. X Tigers and Jefferson County High School football on the Bissick Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy. This season's live play-by-play coverage is sponsored by Hershey's Candy. Make every day a little sweeter when you pick up your favorite Hershey's Candy at any Kroger store. The Eye Care Institute. Call St. X grad Dr. Brennan Green at 589-1500 or visit the website at eyecareinstitute.com. Nights travel. Fly by nights. It's the best way to travel. Courier Journal. The Courier Journal. Now with expanded high school sports coverage Sundays in print and at courierjournal.com. DFH. Call Don, Chris, or Alex Hinkabine at 968-6222 for all heating and cooling needs. St. X High School. Learn more at stx.com or call 502-637-4712. St. X High School. This is where you start. Events LLC. Custom designs uniquely tailored to your event. From setup to takedown, we'll make your event extraordinary. Bissick Impact Group. Integrated, innovative marketing. Let's head back to the field for the second half and join John Spears, Tony Burke, and Jim Brinkman for tonight's big game.
I'll see y'all later. Back at Brother Thomas More Stadium, John Spears, Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, and Todd Powers. 49-6, St. X leads Muhlenberg County as we get ready to start the second half. Desmond Ritter only played a quarter tonight. He had a 35-yard run and a 7-yard run into the end zone, and an 18-yard pass to Michael Meredith. It was 21-0 Tigers after the first quarter. Second quarter, not much difference. Sam Taylor, a 32-yard run. Jack Albers was the quarterback in the second quarter. He threw a 30-yard touchdown pass to Matthew Smith. It was 35-0 Tigers. Terrell Wilson's 1-yard run cut the lead to 35-6. The Tigers got 2 more touchdowns late in the half. Eric Lyons, a 16-yard catch from Albers, and Chase Collins, a 15-yard catch from Albers. And it is 49-6 in favor of the Tigers, and we will have a running clock throughout this second half. Muhlenberg County will get the ball first here in the third quarter. One guy who has been very impressive for the Mustangs, Tony, is Hunter Combs.
I was just down there at halftime talking to my wife and my father and them, and my dad, Big Bill Burke, says, "Two's good." And I said, yeah, he is. But he, when you have to kick it, you have to tackle it, you have to run it, and you have to throw it. It's kind of tough on you. But he's a nice player.
Looks like it'll be Matija to kick off this time for the Tigers.
And guess who's deep?
And Hunter Combs is deep, along with Carson Steele. And we are just about ready to get this second half underway. Remember, it'll be a running clock throughout the half here. With a 43-point lead. Along the ground for Matija. Bounces to Combs. He kicks it at the 15, reaches back down, picks it up, and he is hit. The ball came out, I believe. It looks like he fell back on it, did Hunter Combs? He did. And we are going to see some new numbers for the St. X Tigers.
Dane Roof on the tackle.
Dane Roof, defensive back, made the hit and the tackle. And Muhlenberg will start first and 10 at their own 23-yard line. I'm sorry, the 18-yard line. Shotgun. Wilson with a handoff. Boy, I'll tell you, Tony, we'll see who gets up off the bottom of that pile, but whoever it is was tackling both of them.
Ben Schugert.
Ben Schugert had a hold of the quarterback Combs and the running back Wilson, so whoever was going to have the ball, he was going to keep holding on to.
Well, that's what Big Daddy Lipscomb used to do back in the day.
Wow. That's worse than Fran Tarkenton earlier. 2-yard loss on the play back to the 16 for Terrell Wilson. It'll be second and long. Quick throw to the left on a slant, caught by Steele. He's got the first down and dragged down by Ryan Newts at about the 30, and Carson Steele stays down. He came up limping earlier in the game, and he is still down. And
well, that's
the
just what
Muhlenberg medical staff comes out to get a look at him.
Yeah, you don't want any of these kids. You don't want anybody for either team to get hurt in a game that's this lopsided, 49-6, and especially for a kid that's out here that's been playing hard the whole time. But Logan Houck in helping out on the tackle there.
He is up, and the good news, putting pressure on that leg, limping off under his own power, gives us a chance to remind you, St. X Open House a week from Sunday. That'll be the 13th of November, noon to 4, right here at St. X. 7th and 8th graders and your parents, come on over to the St. X Open House. That's Sunday, November 13th from noon to 4. First and 10 for the Mustangs at the 30. Keeper this time as the zone read by Combs. Tucks it, not much there, maybe a half yard.
Deemer and Schoen in on that tackle.
Deemer, the linebacker. It's another of your St. Martha boys, right?
And they also said Peyton Mattingly from St. Martha. Me, Jim, and Todd are St. Martha guys, so we got to throw that in, John.
Jake Schoen, as you said, and on the tackle as well. 2nd down and 9 after a gain of 1. Rolling left, Combs throws, tipped, still caught, and pushed out of bounds by Diedick, I believe.
Was it Diedick that got the hand on the ball, too? Knocked it up in there. Diedick did make the tackle along with Stephen Bruce.
And Rob Schweitzer doesn't have the name for number 1 either for the Mustangs, but it was Diedick who had a hand on it. And I'm telling you, Tony had a lot of green in front of him. Tipped it into the air, and it was caught. 3rd down and about 4. Ball at the 36. Low snap. Combs keeps it up the middle. Has a first down and more. Across the 45, and he's got some room. To the 40, and he'll run out of bounds on the St. X sideline as Newts had the angle on him. Peyton Mattingly was chasing him as well. Gain of 30 to the St. X 35. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And Hunter Combs is a smart kid, too, because he's gone out of bounds. He's gotten down. He's taken a lot of punishment on both sides of the ball, but just the read option, and he tucks it and takes off down the field, and nice blocking up front by the Mustangs offensive line.
1st and 10. 2 receivers left. Rolling that way, throwing high and deep toward the end zone. And it is going to be caught, I believe, intercepted. Killebrew was the intended receiver, and Ryan Newts went up and took it away from him inside the 5-yard line.
First interception of the year for Ryan Newts, and it was just a one-on-one, basically flat pattern down the sideline. They throw it up for grabs, and it did look like the Muhlenberg player had a chance to catch it, but Ryan Newts comes down with the football on a really nice play by the senior.
So the Tigers will start inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line. 7:56. Clock continues to run here in the 3rd quarter. Keegan Sullivan, the sophomore, in a quarterback. Hands it off up the middle. Not much there. Out to about the 4-yard line. And that's, I believe, Jack Varga. No, that is Eric Lyons again. Eric with a touchdown in that first half. Gain of we'll give him a couple. Bring up 2nd down and 8. Sullivan, the sophomore, had a great year for the 10-0 junior varsity team. High snap. Sullivan keeps it this time up the middle. Crawls his way to about the 8-yard line. They'll spot him right there. It's a gain of 4, and will bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, Keegan Sullivan's strength is throwing the football. He really throws it well. Runs the ball pretty well, too, but he's got to put on a little bit of weight. And he's the future, a guy that has a very bright future for the St. X offense. Ben Bell on the offensive line. Ditas, Shat, Curley. Bunch of different guys.
3rd down and 4. Option left. Pitch to Lyons. has the first down across the 12 out near the 14-yard line. High snap again. Good job by Sullivan to bring it down and get it to Lyons quickly.
Was that a pass or a run, John?
Yeah, we're going to call it a run.
We're going to call it a run, but it was close. But a nice job. You're right. Keegan Sullivan did a nice job of a high snap. And Matthew Schatt hasn't played a lot this year, so, trying to get your feet wet out there on the field snapping a football.
Sam Leffert in at wide receiver on 1st and 10. In motion, Will Crum. He gets the handoff, running left on the jet sweep across the 20. Pushed out of bounds as he's close to another first down for the Tigers. They'll spot it at the 23. Looks like maybe a yard shy of the first down. 2nd down and 1.
Michael Smith in at fullback, doing a good job of blocking. And these guys out here on the outside, like you said, Leffert and some of those guys out there blocking downfield.
Jack Gapin, one of the wide receivers, goes wide to the right. Crum and Leffert to the left on 1st down. Handoff up the middle. It's Lyons. He's got the first down. Not much more. Needed 1, got 2. To the 24 and a first down for the Tigers.
Question for you, John. Offensive line coach Chad Lyons coaching the guys up front. He wants them to block for his son.
Yeah, I think so.
Wants them to block for everybody, but don't get my kid hit. You guys better do your job.
Sullivan and the whole team looks to the sideline on 1st and 10. Shotgun for Keegan. In motion is Crum. Fake it to him, give it to Lyons. Not much blocking for him that time. Fights his way for a yard, but no more. He is hog-tied by one of the big uglies up front. Cameron Schultz, the junior, made the tackle.
As the clock rolls down, under 5 minutes here in the third quarter.
Actually, a yard and a half, maybe 2 there for Lyons. We'll call it 2nd and 8. 2 to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Sullivan, the option right, quickly pitches it to Lyons. Cuts outside at the 30, 35. Flag comes down. He's got the first down, but I think this one's going to come back as the flag was thrown right in the area of holding. And that's what it is, a hold against the Tigers. First flag against the Tigers tonight, Tony?
I believe so, John. I cannot remember. No, had a roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer, and I know a false start early for Muhlenberg County, but a very clean game here so far tonight for both teams.
Yeah, it has been, but, a game that kind of gets like this, it's this lopsided, and that clock keeps running. Senex has had the ball for a while here, and they really haven't moved it that far.
Ball moved back to the 21. It's 2nd and 13 for the Tigers. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Sullivan brings one man in motion, wants to throw. Keegan now steps up into the pocket, throws late, and it is almost intercepted, knocked away at the last minute. It's intended for Lyons. Good coverage by Jonathan Benson, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Well, a lot of receivers have played for the Tigers. Sophomore, if I can say the last name right, Andrews Abau.
You know what? You got the Andrews kid. Yeah, that's you. I have no chance on that name.
Sullivan
Keeper for Sullivan on the zone read. He's across the 30. Nice run. Going to be brought down about a yard shy of the first down, which will bring up 4th. He needed 12. He got 11. And we'll see what the Tiger want to do. They're going to send the punting team on, I believe.
I think they changed their man.
4th and 2, actually. They spotted the 32. Sullivan. Now they send the punt team on late. And Kyle Nally will come in to kick it away. Hunter Combs goes deep with 2:23 to go in the half. And a flag comes down. And it's a false start against the Tigers.
Why would that be a false start?
Don't know. But no doubt they'll punt it now. This 4th and 2 becomes 4th and 7. It's all relative at this point. And how deep, Tony, is Hunter Combs?
About 70 yards.
Nally with a good left-footed kick. Bounces at the 35, rolls inside the 25. Combs lets it go, and it'll roll out of bounds at the 20. We'll take a quick break with 2:04 to go in the third. Tigers lead at 49-6. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Season after season, Hershey's has the most talked about team of sweet treats. From the all-star combination of chocolate and peanut butter in a Reese's cup to the delicious flavor of the milk chocolate bar that started it all, Hershey's brings its best to every game. Hershey's is proud to be a sponsor of Jefferson County High School sports on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Stop by your nearest Kroger today and pick up your favorite Hershey's treat and find out why Hershey's and high school sports are the perfect match.
Hello, everybody. This is Larry Bissig. Thank you for listening to our live coverage of Jefferson County High School football featuring the St. X Tigers on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. And don't forget to tune in on Sundays to the Cincinnati Bengals. Check the paper for game times and station. Tonight's broadcast is just one of a wide range of marketing communication services the Bissig Impact Group uses to deliver bottom-line results for our clients. Call us today at 583-0333 or visit Bissig.com. The Bissig Impact Group. Integrative, innovative marketing.
Back at St. X, well, one play for Muhlenberg County, and Combs lost the ball, recovered by Ryan Newt. So now he's got an interception and a fumble recovery tonight. Handoff running to the right inside the 30 is James Bryant, wide receiver. Little jet sweep there, got inside the 30-yard line, about the 26, gain of 6, and we are under 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
I always like giving the Lamb Beeland, Donlin, Chambers, Burke, and Hart in there on the offensive line.
John Kleinekraut in at quarterback now for the Tigers, 5'9", 160-pound junior.
Daniel Turner in there on the offense as the clock runs.
15 seconds to go. I think Tigers are going to let the quarter run out, and they will. 12 minutes of football to go. We wish it was 8. 12 minutes of football to go. Tigers lead it 49-6. We'll take a break, come back with the fourth quarter. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hey, St. X fans. Want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year, Dr. Brennan Green has been named a top doc by Louisville Magazine. Dr. Green and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute can meet all your vision needs. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute, visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500. That's 589-1500.
Living with an old furnace can be stressful. You never know when it'll finally give out. Don't roll the dice on your furnace surviving this winter. Take advantage of DFH Heating and Cooling's fall deal on Train comfort systems. It's hard to stop a Train and nearly impossible to beat up to 48-month special financing from DFH on the industry's most reliable comfort systems from Train. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for details. No more excuses. Call DFH 968-6222. Online DFHcompany.com.
Fourth quarter about to begin. John Spears, Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, Todd Powers. We'll check in with Jim after this second down play. I'm sure he's wondering if we're ever going to come down to him, but boy, it's tough with this running clock.
Sure is.
We'll get you after this play, Jimmy. Myers in motion. They hand it up the middle this time, and Dalton Gillespie going to go in for the touchdown. St. X Tigers. First play of the fourth quarter, Dalton Gillespie from 26 yards out.
And a guy who moved the defensive back this year to help out, gets an opportunity to come in and run the football. I think it's a great job by the coaching staff getting him in there. He gets a touchdown, I believe. I don't know if it's his first carry of the year. I'll try to look it up.
Tony, it was a block from Brian Burke that just sprung him.
Now, that offensive line did do a great job right there on that play. Chambers, the center, Burke, Donlin, Beeland. I love to call these guys' names out, to me being a coach of a parent of an offensive lineman. Donlin Husson in there, a bunch of this.
And Matija will kick. Cahalan will hold it. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and through, 56-6. Tigers lead it, 11:46 to go. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Season after season,
My
Hershey's
goodness.
has the most talked about team of sweet treats. From the all-star combination of chocolate and peanut butter in a Reese's cup to the delicious flavor of the milk chocolate bar that started it all, Hershey's brings its best to every game. Hershey's is proud to be a sponsor of Jefferson County High School sports on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Stop by your nearest Kroger today and pick up your favorite Hershey's treat and find out why Hershey's and high school sports are the perfect match.
Planning an event for thousands? At Events LLC, designers are available to provide custom production and creative design services to coordinate your perfect event. Hosting a smaller gathering? Try their rental, installation, and delivery services. Events LLC has everything needed to facilitate your next event. Their 66,000 square foot warehouse is filled with unique props, linens, dance floors, and anything else you can think of. Call 583-5007 or visit eventsllc.com.
Thanks for listening to Cards Radio 790 WKRD Louisville, an iHeart radio station.
Back at St. X, Alan Matija with the kickoff. Going to be taken by one of the up men at the 15-yard line. Across the 30. That is Zach Kane, freshman running back, who took it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Jim Brinkman, I was going to come down to you after that last play, but it was a touchdown. Are you still with us?
Yes, I am still here and looking up Muhlenberg County facts. Did you know the Everly brothers were born in Muhlenberg County?
Who sang the song, Jim? Take me back to Muhlenberg County.
Don't know that one, but
John Prime.
But Everly brothers had 11 number one top hits.
Wake up, little Susie, right?
That is correct.
Thank you. I am old.
Bye-bye love.
Bye-bye happiness. Hello, loneliness.
There we go.
First down run for the Terrell Wilson up the middle. Got about a yard. And again, more numbers.
Jake Schoen on that tackle.
Out there for the Tigers.
Schoen's made a couple tackles.
Ryan Dobson in on that defensive line at the nose tackle. Second down, gain of a yard, second down and 9 for the Mustangs. Rolling right is Combs, overshot his receiver. Eberly out at the 45-yard line. Good coverage on the play by, I know it's not, it's Nathan, actually. It is not Patrick Owen. It's Hayden Roadhouse.
And he's been hurt most of the year.
It's a good coverage out there. On the big tight end, Eberly.
Pfeiffer in
down and 9.
Pfeiffer in on the defensive line. I'm just trying to give you some of these guys. Archer in the game.
Under 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Tigers lead at 56-6. Play action. Combs keeps it, has a first down and more, and he may go down the right sideline to the 50, to the 40. It's Hunter Combs racing to the end zone. 67 yards for the Mustang touchdown.
And it was that read option, and when he gets through there, like we said, Hunter Combs is a good athlete, and the Tigers with their 3s and 4s in do not do a good job up front. That springs it, but at this point with 9:30 left in the running clock, Tigers 56, the Mustangs from Muhlenberg County 12.
I assume they'll go for 2. No, they will not. They will bring in the extra point team, and Combs.
Give me another straight out.
They snap it to him. He wants to run. It's an option, running to the right. Pitch and a throw. Terrific looking play. The pitch to Steele, and he threw it into the back of the end zone to Chris Cheney. 2-point conversion is good. It's 56-14 Tigers. We'll take a break. You're listening to St. X High School Football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Imagine flipping in the air on the Super Quad Bungee, running across the Big Baller Obstacle Course, or conquering Brutus, the Mechanical Bull. Christian family owned and operated, Louisville Inflatables specializes in school and church functions, festivals, and city fairs, offering inflatables of all shapes and sizes while being clean, safe, insured, and state inspected. Stop imagining and call 502-379-0876 or book online at LouisvilleInflatables.com, where laughter adds to life. Louisville Inflatables.
Living with an old furnace can be stressful. You never know when it'll finally give out. Don't roll the dice on your furnace surviving another winter. Take advantage of DFH Heating and Cooling's fall deal on new Train comfort systems. It's hard to stop a train. Visit trainbiggame.com for your chance to win a $2,000 rebate. Call DFH 968-6222 for details, or visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. DFH.
Combs with a kickoff here at St. X. It goes out of bounds, so the Tigers will have the ball to start their next drive. 56-14, St. X leads it. Boy, Tony, this district has really shown up here tonight, this weekend. We don't know what the Male Bulldogs are doing. We haven't seen the score, but Manual 41-0 at Henderson County late first half. So the running clock there. And PRP now leads 27-0 at McCracken County. So top four teams, it appears, all going to advance. And we'll have that 14-round robin that we sort of kind of expect to have every year now in the second and third rounds.
Well, we were missing a couple offensive linemen there. That's what the delay was. It's hard to play with three. But no, our district is just so strong, and we're seeing that tonight.
Kleiner Kraut keeps it on the zone read, hitting the backfield, fights his way across the 35. Turned nothing into about 3.5 yards. Nice run by Kleiner Kraut. Hello to Joe, our classmate, class of 81. John Kleiner Kraut's dad.
Galver on the clock. Rob Schweitzer, freshman coach, class of?
The 10-0 freshman coach, class of 81.
That's a great class. A lot of great guys in there. John Spears, Tony Burke.
Yep. And then there are great guys, too. 2nd and 7 for Kleiner Kraut. As a man in motion, he will give it to Andrews. I'm not going to say it. You say it, Tony. He's across the 39, dropped at the 40, gain of a couple. Andrews Agabu.
I couldn't say it either.
That was a good effort.
We can just call him Andrews.
Son of UK basketball player Paul Andrews. Former UK basketball player Paul Andrews, obviously. Gain of 2 for Andrews Agabu. I know that's wrong.
It's close.
Sullivan back in at quarterback on 3rd and 5. Takes the snap. Pitch to the right to Gillespie. Cuts inside. He's got the first down across the 45 and drags a tackler with him inside Muhlenberg County territory to about the 48. A gain of 7 and a first down for the Tigers with 7:30 to play here in the game.
I believe the left tackle is sophomore. It's Hummel. I'm just trying to get everybody out. All these offensive linemen have played now. In the backfield, Sean Kerwin's back there at H-back. Fitzhughes at wide receiver. I'm trying my best.
You're doing great. Sullivan has Gillespie in the backfield with him on 1st and 10. They are actually waiting for the official in the back to hold his hand up at this point. Gillespie bounces it outside, nothing there. Dropped for a 1-yard loss. And the guy that's made a ton of tackles tonight is the safety, Jonathan Benson, and that's never good when your safety's making all the tackles on running play.
Yeah, Tigers lead 56-14, just under 7 minutes in the running clock here in the fourth quarter. And it, like you said, it looks like it's going to be St. X against Manual and Male against PRP.
Crum in motion. Sullivan gives it to him. Running right, cuts inside. Has a blocker in front of the 45, the 40, and pushed out of bounds inside the 40-yard line and close to another first down at about the 38.
Drew Spencer doing a good job downfield blocking from the wide receiver spot.
Crum needed 11. He got 11. It's a first down for the Tigers. Brendan Hart in at one of the offensive line spots.
Trying to find any numbers that I haven't seen.
Eric Lyons will come back in at running back here on 1st and 10 at the Muhlenberg 38-yard line. 5:43 to play. Clock continues to run and run what feels like very quickly. Hand off to Lyons, up the gut, has a big hole, gets inside the 30, and he'll be pushed back right there, short of the first down at the 29-yard line, but a gain of 9 for Eric Lyons. And that old line, again, Tony, those are guys that they don't get to play a lot in varsity games. They're making some holes and pushing people backwards.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Muhlenberg County, those guys have been out there most of the game, too, and they've had 3-4 different guys line up in front of them that are fresh. And, boy, a lot of these guys playing both ways. It's a long night. We're down to 5 minutes left. Tigers lead by 42 points. Tigers are taking their time.
Second down and 1. Up the middle, Lyons, actually a keeper this time by Sullivan, who throws it late to the left to Crum. He's inside the 10, the 5. He dives for the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown, St. X Tigers. Great fake by Sullivan. At least he faked me out. Rolling left, quickly threw it out to Will Crum, who did the rest for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's that option play where they put it in the stomach of the running back, and then it looks like a run, and it's one of those read option plays where you can run it or throw it, and then he just throws it out quickly. Whoever was out there with him threw a great block, and Will Crum runs down the sideline for the touchdown.
29 yards on the catch and run for Will Crum.
And basically that's a run-in play.
Matija back in for the extra point. Ben Seeger will hold it this time. Up and through. It's 63-14 Tigers. 4:34 to play. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Event for thousands? At Events LLC, designers are available to provide custom production and creative design services to coordinate your perfect event. Hosting a smaller gathering? Try their rental, installation, and delivery services. Events LLC has everything needed to facilitate your next event. Their 66,000 square foot warehouse is filled with unique props, linens, dance floors, and anything else you can think of. Call 583-5007 or visit eventsllc.com.
There are few things that truly inspire, like seeing young athletes succeed. With this in mind, the Courier-Journal created the Kentuckiana Sports Awards presented by Norton Sports Health. We're honoring Athletes of the Week for Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville all season long, naming all area teams for more than a dozen sports and capping off the year with a red carpet banquet in June. Vote for this week's Athlete of the Week at the CourierJournal.com sports page.
Back at St. X, John Spears, Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, Todd Powers, 63-14. St. X leads Muhlenberg County. Kickoff taken at the 20. Up the middle across the 30-yard line and tackled from behind. That's that freshman again for the Mustangs, Zach Kane. And Muhlenberg will start at their own 34. Let's check in with Jim. What do you got, Jimmy?
Well, I was just trying to make note that maybe Todd can tell me how many total St. X players have scored, different players, which scored, I think it's 7, maybe 8.
Well, I can do that. I don't need Todd Powers for that. Hand off to Wilson, not much there. He is hit in the backfield and dropped. Schaefer. No, that is
Ryan Dobson.
Dobson, yeah, made the tackle from his nose tackle spot. Loss of about a half yard on the play. Second down and long. Well, Ritter has scored. Meredith has scored. Taylor, Smith, Lyons, Collins, Gillespie, and Crum. So 8 Tigers have dented the scoreboard tonight. 9 touchdowns, but Ritter scored twice. Handoff up the middle. Actually, that time Combs keeps it up the middle.
Bryce Giddings in on the tackle.
And Dallas McLaughlin, the linebacker, in there as well. Gain of 8, brings it up third down and 1 as we are under 3 minutes to play here at Brother Thomas More Stadium. Combs takes the snap, wants to throw deep. Now pulls it down, running out of the pocket. He's got the first down and will run out of bounds on the Mustang sideline, just short of midfield at the 49-yard line, a gain of 6, and a first down for the Mustangs.
As Jake Archer runs him out of bounds.
Good coverage downfield by the Tiger defensive backs. Combs in the shotgun. He's still got Wilson back there with him. Low snap. Combs picks it up, wants to throw. Looking, still looking. Throws into the turf, about 30 yards downfield. Eberly was the intended receiver, but good coverage by the Tigers.
Embry and McLaughlin.
Yeah, Troy Embry was out there. Second down and 10. Clock continues to run. We are under 2 minutes to play here in round one of the playoffs. Keeper for Combs here up the middle. He's got a lot of room across the 40. Now hit and dropped in his tracks.
Jackson Bunning.
Jackson Bunning, 6 foot, 131-pound defensive back, came up and maybe put the best hit we've seen of the night on Hunter Combs, who's very elusive. It's a gain of 10 to the 38 and a first down for Muhlenberg County. Combs rolling left, wants to throw. High and deep down the left side, overshot everybody.
Good pressure by Parker Ashlock.
And McLaughlin again on the coverage. Stayed behind the receiver, didn't let him get past him. Under a minute to play. Second down and 10. Mustangs trying to get on the scoreboard again here before this one ends. Combs rolls to the right. Gets away from one Tiger and then runs out of bounds. And that's not going to stop the clock in a game like this.
I don't blame him for running
40
out of bounds,
seconds
John,
to go.
so he doesn't get hit.
Got a yard on the play. It'll bring up third down at about 9.
Jake Archer runs him out of bounds again. One more play.
30 seconds left in this one. Play action. Throwing high and deep down the right side and well overshot. Steele was the intended receiver. And Troy Embry with him every step of the way. 10 seconds to go. Going to be tough for Muhlenberg to get another play off as they try to get to the line of scrimmage. They will snap it, I believe, before the end of the game. They do. Combs just throws it up for grabs. It's the Hail Mary, and it's incomplete in the end zone, and that'll do it. Tigers win it tonight, 63-14. We'll take a break, come back with the Eye Care Institute postgame. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hey, St. X fans. Want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year.
Right now I'm playing the break before the end of the game. You want me to go ahead and after that play the post-game open?
No, just come on back to us because the coach is going to want to get out of here. We got to get him quick.
Or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute.
Thanks, Kevin.
Visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500. That's 589-1500.
Quantum Graphics may be the most customer service-minded printer in Louisville. How do we know? Because of what their customers say about them.
Quantum consistently treats our jobs like they're the most important work they have to do.
They're a rare company that seems truly dedicated to providing over-the-top great service.
Want this same kind of service when you need print-on-demand, design, online ordering, binding, and storage and fulfillment? Contact Joe Meeks at 502-314-7233 or visit quantumgraphics.com.
Back at St. X, John Spears, Tony Burke, Jim Brinkman, Todd Powers. And they already turned the scoreboard off, so I forgot the score. 63-14. St. X with a win tonight over Muhlenberg County. As the Mustangs take a 2-hour.
Jim Collins down there for a shaker.
They take a 2-hour trip up here, Tony, and not sure it was worth their while. 63-14 Tigers. Over 100 guys played for St. X tonight, which is great. And you come out of here with a big win.
You do, and it's just taking care of business. And I know Coach Wilford will probably talk to Jim about how many guys he played tonight. And that, get out of here, pretty much looked like they got out of here healthy and played probably 105 guys tonight at least. Alma Mater. None of those kids know that song.
No, I don't know it. Desmond Ritter with 2 touchdowns on the run, on the ground, and 1 through the air in the first quarter. Staked the Tigers to a 21-0 lead. They led it 42-6 at halftime, which got the running clock going. All St. X tonight it was, and they finish up with a 63-14 victory. We'll be back here next week at Brother Thomas More Stadium for the second round of the playoffs, and basically it's a district round robin now. St. X will be taking on Manual. Mail will be hosting PRP, unless there's a big comeback by McCracken County tonight. And kind of what we thought might just happen. The 4 district teams fighting it out in a 2-week stretch there.
Yeah, correct me. I believe it happened last year too, didn't it? All 4 teams won, and everybody taking care of business like they should. And this week goes by and it gets tough from here on out, especially if you're a Tiger fan. You're gonna, the good part is you'll be here at Brother Thomas More Stadium, and the Crimsons will come down the street to play, and then hopefully you take care of business there, and then you look at PRP and Mail, and you got to take them one step at a time, John, and the Tigers will get back to business at the beginning of the week and prepare, and hopefully we'll get to stay here for a few more games.
Tigers came out here, Tony, tonight, and in a game that they could have just been sleepwalking through. The starters especially, I thought, came out focused.
Yeah, they did, and it was just when you saw Muhlenberg County come out early, the size difference was just enormous. Number of players was just a total mismatch. And I want to say one more time, Hunter Combs, quarterback for Muhlenberg County. His career is going to end tonight, but that's a good football player right there.
Christian Academy with a big win tonight, 50-0 over Greene County. Holy Cross, 38-12 was the final.
Power of the Cross.
As they defeated Ludlow. So congratulations to the Cougars. They will advance in the 1A playoffs. DeSales 33-0 at halftime over Monroe County. So we expect that the Colts will advance in the 2A playoffs. Will Wolford finishing up with his team. And we will get his comments as Jim Brinkman will collar him at about the 40-yard line. Nice tackle, Jimmy.
All right, we're here with Coach Wolford. You accomplished all your goals tonight. You had 8 guys scoring, and how many guys got in?
Oh, everybody played. Had everybody in the third quarter. It's nice to have that kind of game when you have this many kids and they work so hard. They don't always get in. You can only play 11. There's only one football, so it's nice that many guys did score, and everyone got to enjoy this victory. Because from here on out, I just told them the fish get a lot bigger.
Yeah, your district went 4-0 tonight. So you have Manual winners by 41-0 last chance. PRP beat McCracken County, and Mail won also. So it's a 4-team race now.
None of that surprises me. Do we know what Butler did on the road at Lafayette?
We don't.
That would be a sweep. No. I doubt that happened, but it could have. It's nice. We knew all along we play in the toughest division, and in Kentucky, that's just the way it's set up. We've been through the gauntlet once. Now we kind of have the gauntlet in reverse. But let's start off with Manual, and we'll get ready for them.
Coach, you have a 10-0 freshman team. You have a 10-0 JV team. You're district champion at the varsity level, won 8 so far, and about hopefully to tack on some more. You got a lot to say at open house about the St. X program.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, but we got to keep it rolling. Kurt White and the whole admissions team's done a real nice job getting kids into the school. It's not about the X's and O's. We got really good Jimmies and Joes coming up, and really good Jimmies and Joes right now. Believe me, the players get it done. It's fun.
Okay. All right. Good luck next week, Coach.
Jim Brinkman with Coach Wolford, and as Jimmy mentioned, open house a week from Sunday, the 13th, noon to 4. So get over here, parents and students. 7th and 8th graders. We'll come back with the Eye Care Institute post-game report. Tigers win it tonight 63-14. You're listening to St. X High School football on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
You've been listening to the St. X
Father, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County?
If it's possible, when we come back,
brought to you by Hershey's Candy. This season,
when we come back, I only want to do one segment if that's possible.
Hershey's Candy. Make every day a little sweeter when you pick up your
favorite we can.
Okay, let me see.
If we can do that.
The Eye Care Institute.
Well, I mean,
grab Dr. Brennan Green at 589.
Let me check here.
Okay.
Or visit the website at eyecareinstitute.com. Nights travel, fly by nights. It's
there is one break. There's supposed to be one break during
postgame
coverage Sundays in print.
All right, we'll do 2 segments. That's fine.
DFH. Call on Chris or Alex Hinkabine at 968-6222 for all heating and cooling needs. St. X High School. Learn more at stx.com.
I think we're off the web. I'm not sure. Who cares?
Yeah,
nobody who's listening now.
It could get us fired if you're.
I'm not going to curse or anything.
Uniquely tailored to your event. From setup to takedown, we'll make your event extraordinary.
So Todd,
Bissing Impact Group.
I'm not calling Rick Shaw tonight.
Innovative marketing. Right? Don't go away.
I don't get
the Eye Care Institute post-game wrap-up is next on the Bissing Impact Sports Radio Network.
I've got a game here next Monday after that, and a game in Trinity the next Wednesday.
I'm Chris Burke, former major leaguer and St. X class of 1998. I'm Pat Lampton, chief engineer at NASA and member of St. X class of 1983. My name is Carl Ellsworth, screenwriter of the new Gremlins, and I'm also